New from Left Coast Graphics, the Enamelian Falcon spaceship pin. Collect them all.
Left Coast is the best coast.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey!
What's going on, Super John? How you doing today, buddy?
Good. How you doing?
Not too bad, man. I guess there's some ladies' foosball going on or something, so we might lose some Frenches and some UKers because they like the soccer.
Huh?
But maybe not though. We got Baz, man. What's going on, buddy? You're Ireland, right? Is that correct? G-Force.
What's
going on, buddy? Anyway, you guys are going to be welcome to join me here. If you got pants on, I'll post a link. Please have pants on. That's my only rule. Mr. Rolando, how you doing today? I tried to get you that wrench yesterday, man. You deserve it. But then I saw Super John had a wrench. I'm like, wait a minute.
I didn't even know I had a wrench. He must have done that a long time ago. When I played Jeopardy on his channel a few times, and that's where I found out about the Jeopardy games.
Yeah, I wasn't confused. I was pretending we were playing Jeopardy. I'm like, I'll take Star Wars for 200, Alex.
Collecting with cool. Yeah.
Welcome.
Jonathan Redmond. Good to see Jonathan. And I'll forgive Jonathan for not liking Willow. I'll forgive him.
Well, let's start off with that. So we've had what, 3
White
episodes?
Shadow.
I liked
I haven't seen the 3rd episode yet. I've only seen
liked
2.
the first 2 episodes. I'm like, wow, those are pretty good together. The 3rd episode I didn't like as much as those first 2 episodes, but I'm gonna give it a chance. Like it's well made, it's high budget. The actors don't suck. Like Willow's a fun little,
Yeah.
Enjoy him for what he is, man. He's a little 80 pounds worth of joy or whatever. Like, come on, man. Like,
I like that he did the same kind of joke. Like in the old Willow movie, the guy was like, "Which finger holds the key to the universe?" And then he's staring at Willow's finger like, but Willow picks one of the guy's fingers. But in this one, when Willow does it to the girl, he does it even more like, hello, that one, like pick your.
Because the other little person, he was in the original Willow movie as well, right? That was like,
that's Fondor or whatever his name was.
Too, man, he's like, oh yeah, well I got these little knives. I'm like, oh, what's he gonna do with a little 3-inch knife against these people? So I'm for what it is, and I'm not going to spoil it anymore. But I'm very happy to see Willow's little buddy. It's super high budget, so I'm going to say this: it's only 3 episodes in. I know I'm going to like it better than the Kenobi show.
Gotcha.
Like I'm a Star Wars fan, but Lucasfilm and Willow kind of come with that too. So I'm also a Willow fan, and
this is still a Lucasfilm.
Oh, absolutely.
Production, right? Like it's all connected, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's like the only other thing that George Lucas made besides producing, some Indiana Jones.
Okay.
The Lucasfilm brand, it's under the Lucasfilm brand as well. But you got Star Wars, you got Willow, and you got Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
THX 1138
and Tucker.
American Graffiti,
and Tucker. And Tucker.
Only movies George Lucas ever made. So
no, he did Tucker.
Oh, okay, yeah.
About the car, yeah.
That one doesn't count.
Yeah, it does. It's the stuff that dreams are made of.
How come you're not watching soccer? Oh, maybe we got 5 minutes till soccer starts because they got to sing every country's national anthem, don't they? Hello, White Shadow.
I get Jonathan. I get what he's saying. Yeah, if I misunderstood. I thought you liked the old movie, but you don't like the TV show. But I got you. If you're just not a Willow fan in general, I totally get you. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Is
can
it a
watch
finish or steeped in? I'm really on the fence. Hey, Anakin, good one. Yeah. Sleeping's here. Look at that. Sleeping collectibles. How you feeling, John, buddy? Sleeping. How you doing? John, Sleeping was sick.
Oh, did you get the
I,
coof?
I, yeah, he got sick, and I hope you're feeling better. Sleeping.
Yeah, please be well, man. Stay safe. Get some soup. Lots of liquids. Hopefully it doesn't last. Usually when I get sick, it's a 24-hour, 48-hour, maybe at the worst 72-hour kind of sickness. But that's more, I guess that's more me. Yeah, like not to sadden anything, but lately I watch the news now about once a week. I give myself, I don't watch, I used to watch it every day. Like even especially during the lockdown, I'd watch the news every day. Like just what's going on in the world. I'm stuck in my apartment. What's going on? But so I watched it this week. Friday night, 6 o'clock news. We're having children dying of flu symptoms.
The flu is bad. Yeah, the flu
and
is
our
bad.
hospitals, not just here in the left coast, but throughout Canada, in a lot of the major cities, are getting full, and people are like in beds, in hallways, and like just I don't know, man. I'm kind of glad I don't watch the news all the time. Like if something major happens, I might see it on Twitter, like Trump falls 12 stories to his death, like stuff, cool news like that, right?
Toy sale. There's a toy sale coming up. Where? Better now. 4 days, 100 fever. It's broke. I'm back.
Good, man.
Yeah.
Wow, that's good fever, though. I can tell you that. Welcome,
Ghost.
Mr. Ghost.
Chris, you want to come on with us? You got something to open?
Yeah, here we go.
Chris doesn't ever open much, does he?
Although, what did he just posted? He just opened something the other day.
Yeah. Left 4 Dead.
It's always good to see. Yeah, welcome. Hey, Cameron. Before we open the toy, I like the Indiana Jones trailer. I think I have left coast theories because of it, and I know there's rumors and spoilers or whatever, leaks or not leaks, fake leaks, but I think it looks cool, man. I'm
giving it the benefit of the doubt because that trailer was
like they're spending all the money on these Lucasfilm things. They're going to be pretty good. It's in my
opinion. Yeah. The trailer really brings back a lot of nostalgia and really makes you I hope that it works out well.
No, I've never ordered from Dark Side. I have once ordered from the other one, Big Bad Toy Store, and then I didn't get the toy for like 12 months. So I just only because it took that long.
Yeah, it does. It takes a while. I have ordered from Dark Side before, but it don't. I actually don't have much left over right now until Christmas, so I'm not ordering anything really anymore.
Now get them. Just a quick hello to Rick and John watching England. So going now. See you next time, guys.
All right, Paul. Good to see you, Paul.
Awesome Andor review series. Awesome. I really enjoyed. I can't wait till there's a show I really don't like because maybe I won't do an after show for a show I don't like. So there's a little tip.
Baza, how you doing? How you doing, my friend?
Good, bud. I'm good.
How are you doing today? What time is it there?
It is 7:10.
Okay.
Not too late. Got Buffy and Angel, dude. Wow. I never noticed those up there.
I have done a little bit of rearranging for the last time.
Oh, is that it? Yeah.
The last time you were on.
Yeah, there has been some actually good trailers. Like, I was really happy with the Guardians holiday special, even though like I think Dino is the one guy that didn't like it. So we gotta,
Oh, I liked the holiday special.
And then the trailer I thought was fun too. Like they go to this planet of a bunch of like raccoon type beings, and and then he just smashes the little kid in the face with the ball. That's what I love about the James Gunn and any of these superhero movies he does. He's freaking funny, man. Like he is a funny man. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say this is the last time we'll ever see James Gunn do a Marvel anything.
Well, being in charge of DC, I think you're correct. They won't let him
kind of
cross.
A conflict of interest, right?
Yeah, they won't let him cross.
But if Marvel wants to pay James Gunn to do more, I'm all for it, man. Like, bring a crossover, Hulk versus Peacemaker.
And the funny thing is I'm actually looking forward now to see what he does for DC, because personally, I liked that Suicide Squad one they did recently with James Gunn, where he had the starfish creature in it. I enjoyed those starfishes sticking to people's faces.
It was 10 times better than the first Suicide Squad. That first one was actually really bad.
And I liked that one. I preferred the second one to the first one.
And I liked the shark.
Was one of the main reasons why the Suicide Squad Part 2 was actually good. Like, that character came out, but so did the silly, like, Pete Davidson and some of the other silly characters that were, Polka Dot Man or whatever the hell.
I liked the shark. I thought King Shark was
Stallone as a shark was badass as hell yeah, man.
He just wanted to eat everybody. I thought it was great.
And the Weasel. I'm kind of hoping we see the Weasel show up in a
didn't he come back to life at the end?
After the Peacemaker episode.
Didn't the Weasel come back to life at the end?
Yeah, like that was a post-credit scene. Spoiler alert! Like he was on the beach or something. I totally look forward to that. So John, you mentioned you got a couple of mail calls. I have what they are, or any of them surprises.
I have 2 big boxes from FedEx. Well, I have an idea what they are, but I don't remember exactly what they are. So, and then I have another box here that I'm pretty sure is the. I think this is that Star Wars 3-pack. So I'm let me pop it open here. Yeah, I think it's that. Oh, it's your favorite TV show as a 3-pack. The Obi-Wan
Peacemaker?
No, Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Cool. I appreciate all 3 of those figures. They're
but the thing is, isn't like the Obi-Wan out separately by himself? I thought I saw him just yesterday on the shelf at Target by himself.
I think so. I think it's on 6-inch and 3.75-inch.
It kind of made me think, like, did I really need to buy this pack? Because I already have a Jawa, like, probably twice. So I was going, like, I don't know if I needed to buy this, because this was kind of expensive. Wasn't this like $60 or something? It was ridiculous, wasn't it?
And it was also an Amazon exclusive, right?
Oh, was it exclusive to Amazon?
I think so. Yeah. I kind of like. I was talking to John before the stream. I kind of don't mind Amazon exclusives. Hint, hint.
Yeah.
Hashtag.
Well, I don't know. I'm happy to have it because Kenner. It's a nice box. I can hang it up with the other. I got the other 3-packs, so I can hang it up with those, like the Trooper. What was it? We got ARC Trooper Jesse and...
Oh, another one, Chris. I watched one yesterday. I ordered stuff on Black Friday. It's all still in shipping. It's all...
Yeah, me too. I got stuff from... Speaking of Entertainment Earth, I bought another one of the Dino Riders. I bought the...
Oh, did you?
I got the Aliens pack of 3.75-inch figures, and they still haven't even shipped. I don't even have them... So I don't know what's going on with that, but I've got a Dusty to open. We can open Dusty.
Oh yeah, he's got a cool hat.
We can open a Python Patrol bat. That's kind of cool.
Is that your first one of those guys?
Of the Python Patrol version. I have the other version. And then I have Sergeant Slaughter. We could open Sergeant Slaughter if you want.
How you doing, Brett?
Oh, Brett's here. Hey, Brett. How you doing?
Welcome. Nice to meet you.
Good to meet you in person.
Oh, he's muted.
A face, I mean, to see you.
You're muted, Brett, but that's okay. Get your stuff going.
But I got boxes, so let's see what's in these boxes.
Let him breathe.
From FedEx.
Well, you might not let him breathe, but you let him breathe.
Yeah, we'll see what's in them before we decide if these are breathing or not. So.
Yeah, that purge, like the Walmart exclusive Black Series.
Oh my gosh! You know what this is? Oh, yes!
Oh, sweet!
Spider-Man and his amazing friends
Oh, nice.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
Are you gonna let that breathe?
You know what? This is a funny thing. I might not, because I actually have all three of these characters when they put them out separately in their own box, and they're already open and on a shelf.
Oh, with the cartoon cell animation style? I think those all have cartoon shading.
These two look exactly the same, in my opinion, but the Iceman is different. Yeah, the Iceman is not the same as the one I have open. But so I don't know yet. I'll think about this for a minute, and we'll get back to that one and see. Let's see what's in the other box. Was that the correct theme song? Did I do that right? Sometimes I get my theme songs mixed up.
I'm not I think the only G.I. Joe I want is the one that comes with a parrot, just because it has the parrot.
Shipwreck, right? Yeah.
Is that Shipwreck? Yeah.
Shipwreck.
He's kind of a YMCA looking sailor dude, so he's kind of cool looking.
These I'm definitely opening. I wanted.
Yeah, I think the Spider-Man is an updated one. Oh wow, those are pretty cool. I've never even.
The Heralds of Galactus. I needed Terrax because Terrax is cool and he was a great Herald of Galactus. And since I got this because I have Galactus. And
why didn't they come with Galactus?
Well, he came with the other three Heralds. So these are the other two you need to fill up the collection. You know what I mean? But yeah, it would have been cool.
Badass.
It would have been cool if Galactus came with all 5 Heralds, but no, he didn't.
Yeah. No, those look pretty cool. I've never even seen those, or I didn't even know they existed.
So this is definitely getting opened.
Oh, okay.
So looks like that's it.
Get well soon, Orlando's kids.
So we can move to someone else, and then we can open later. Who's got other stuff?
No,
where did he go?
I think he's got to reconnect his device. How about you, Mr. Baz? Any you like to find some stuff at the Goodwills and at the thrift stores? Any cool finds this week?
Yeah, the car boots, the little.
You're going to laugh, but I found this in the charity shop today.
$5, yeah. Is that the remote control one, or is that the regular one?
No, these are like the
yes,
non-posable.
Yeah.
I just seen it. I seen Google, and it's like I have to buy that.
Yeah.
I managed to find these are now starting to show up.
Oh yeah. How much are they for you over there?
Those are pretty well made, yeah. McFarlane,
these
right?
Were £9.
Whoa, wow. Good deal.
Yeah, they're like 40 here.
Yeah, they're expensive here.
So we have a shop over here called Home Bargains. It's kind of like your Ollie's. So I just went in I went in to have a look to see if they had any more of the Mission Fleet stuff in.
Yeah.
And I seen this. I says, I have to buy this. So I might have to go back because they had another one that I wanted. But this one I'll be getting open, but the one that I wanted, the package was damaged, so I just left it. But I want the tailspin one. I want blue.
Yeah, that one looks good too. Yeah. Some of them I didn't like the look of them. They're the Captain Jack Sparrow one. I was like, it doesn't look like any Captain Jack Sparrow I know. It's like after a cartoon that doesn't exist.
When you see your toy hunts, I've seen yous kind of showing these off, and it's only certain ones I want.
I got the Mickey Mouse one. I like Mickey. The Mickey Wizard,
Yeah, that one's cool too. It's iconic.
On Black Friday, I managed to pick this up.
Did those go down to like $4 or $5 for you?
These are $6.50 at the moment.
Yeah, they went down really cheap. Yeah,
I got a couple of those at my Walmart for 2 cents Canadian.
Really?
Yeah, wow. It happens, man. Sometimes they're like the end of the line. They're like deleted from their system, and you scan them, and they're. It was working. We just weren't hearing you, Brett. Yeah, I'm tempted to pick those up, man. I hope they go on sale because I just want to keep them on card.
You definitely want to keep those on card because they're terrible. I opened up the Batman and Superman, and I'm very disappointed with them as loose figures.
Well, I don't like the hole in the cape idea. I think that's
the hole in the cape. They're just bad.
Yeah, I've seen the Batman and the Superman, but they didn't look that great, to be honest. I know we all had them as a kid kind of thing, but That one looked better than the Batman and the Superman that the shop was selling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know me, I do like
nice.
Power Rangers as well, so I'm just too. I think I'm just too down just about finishing that. I don't know how many. I don't know if there's any Beast War fans.
Oh yeah. Is that the Scorpion one? Yeah.
Scorpionox.
Yeah.
I had to get this one, John, because this was the first one I bought back in the day when they first come out.
So is that like an actual like reproduction of the original Beast Wars from the 90s? It is, right? Yeah, I see those in my Walmart all the time. I think they sell okay here. I remember last summer, I think there was a man and his little, maybe 7-year-old kid looking at Transformers, and the dad was like, "Which one do you want?" And the kid pointed at the robot.
Dive into the Warhammer, Rick.
Are you gonna paint it?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I need to find out how to actually do this, but
I really like that idea that he's making those for people to paint. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, because like if you're into Warhammer, that's what you do. You paint every miniature, so you can do a large scale one of your own colored. Because everybody has
customs, but nothing is like severe as that. So I need to kind of learn how to do that.
Yeah, but even for like amateur figure customizers who haven't done it yet, like it's a good
I got
way to practice because it's already primed up, right? Yeah, that's the cool trap jaw looking guy. My buddy got that one in all gray so he could paint it in trap jaw colors.
Yeah, I really want the unpainted one so I could actually do it myself. So I can
yeah.
Do a light trap jaw. That's the idea I've got.
But and he's got some of the best colors ever. Copyright strike. Hey, it might be cold there.
John might like these. I picked these up at.
I love space. Yeah,
those are sweet. I got 2 of those loose.
I've seen those Space Precinct things, and I do want to get them. I think that's a cool idea.
Oh, those are awesome, dude. I do really like those. The aliens.
Yeah.
I think I actually have one.
And then I'll leave the best for last.
Oh, those all power the Force Star Wars weapons?
I see some Action Force in there.
Well, I was watching the live stream last week with Mr. T, and I did put in the comment that I did find.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
He was in this bag.
Mine's up there.
There was also 18 bad guy.
Cool. Oh, bad guy. Yeah.
But John might know what this is as soon as I show it. But I was so happy that this guy was in the bag as well.
Oh, it's Steeler from the Action Force version.
Yeah.
Did he come with a tank or something?
Yeah, he came with the tank.
See, I
know he's meant to come with a helmet, I believe, but
he is
in there, so I don't know if they've done a single release of him or no, John, as well.
Does his hat come off?
I don't know. That is a cool hat for him, though. It looks good on him. So I don't know if he if there was a version that came with that hat or not. But that's
and then
looks good anyways.
Yeah,
that guy. I have that scuba guy, whatever you want to call him, the alien
scuba guy.
That's actually the fourth one I've got, but this guy's in better condition.
That's awesome.
I've got 2 of that guy, but I like him.
It was that. To be honest with you, I walked past the bag like 3 times, Rick, and it was that color that kind of like.
Yeah, that's a cool thing.
As soon as I seen it, it's like, oh, that's coming home.
Yeah, I would have bought that bag. Yeah, that's a great bag. Can we hear Brett now? Can we hear Brett?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we do. We can hear him.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know what the deal was with the phone there.
Oh, look at that guy.
But it's kind of bonus because one of them near enough.
Oh my gosh! Yeah.
So I'm assuming Scuba Pete has every one of those in duplicates, right? Army building, all of them.
Yeah. It's only with armor with the.
Yeah, the one I have, he's the orange and blue colored scheme.
That guy's That guy's the space guys, right?
Yeah. I think
so. That's the space ones, right? Yeah. Because they had SAS, they had the Z Force ones, they had the space guys.
Z Force? Are you Canadian?
Well, that's what everyone calls them, even though they are Z Force. Yeah,
I don't know why I picked this up, but
Is that a
Was it a garbage bin?
Oh, League of Legends. Gotcha. Yeah.
Actually, they're quality toys, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
I've seen it, and the
The only
package
thing
design's
picked up
pretty cool.
for this
Yeah,
one
my damn knife.
and V. Because we have like two like discount shops over here. One's cried B&M's, other one's cried Home Bargains, and they do get a lot of nice collectible stuff in. Because I did, I picked this up about a month and a half ago.
Oh wow. Yeah.
Oh, a little chubby guy. Yeah, those are cool.
Yeah, but today I seen the one that I'm wanting, and it's the Joker.
Oh, nice. Are they those are posable, right? That's not a statue you can pose.
No, these are actually posable.
Yeah, I like
Who
that.
did that? Is that a 3-0? Like who did that one?
This one is a Beast Kingdom.
Oh, Kingdom. Okay, the Beast Kingdom. Okay. Huh.
But I seen the Joker. I seen the Joker today and the Harley Quinn, so I've kind of added that to the Christmas list. Ooh.
Damn you, George!
I picked this up for a.
Yeah, those are cool.
I got that. I like that.
I saw Chris posted a new Kenobi on an Eope, which I didn't even know existed, and I guess that came out. So there's a Kenobi wave of those Galaxy.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Hey, where did you pick up the Lucas figure?
One I got at my GameStop Canada about a month ago.
Yeah.
And then the second one I bought at Toy Traders. Toy Traders is a big local store here, and
I did a pre-sale on that, and I waited months and months for it. And I went to Disney World, and I walked in a store, and they had like 50 of them on the rack, and I just thought, so much for a pre-sale, you know?
Yeah, it's. I love these carded figures, but I'm also a fan, of opening figures too.
Yeah.
So like this one, I did have to get two of.
Right.
I loved the 3.75 one they made back in the 90s.
Yep.
That was sweet. I remember, you had to mail in cereal coupons or something crazy to get it. Like, it wasn't vintage, but it was.
Yeah.
It's still 20 something years ago, if I'm not mistaken. Like,
I thought there was a version they did for one of their shows too, or like a.
Yeah, I think they did a convention exclusive.
Because if you can find that one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the
6-inch scale.
George Sakul. Was
Yeah,
a
and it's
X-wing pilot.
It's like $600 for the other Stormtrooper version of that one right there.
This is a 6-inch one, right? Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think I.
It's an oversized card too.
Yeah, I don't think I ordered it or did anything with this.
I've got the some of those 40th and 50th or 40th anniversary figures, and the cards are huge.
Yeah, I'm a fan of all the carded figures.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like opening carded figures, but if you have to, you have to.
No. I don't know if you can see. Maybe I can flip this around. Maybe. Let's see. All the carded.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, look at that.
That's just the Saga stuff from 2002.
Yeah, the blue cards, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Attack of the Clones, I guess you could say, was pretty much.
Oh, you got a chip bowl. You got a chip bowl. We need some chips.
John needs to put chips in your bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, are those?
Your basement is like three times the size of my condo.
Yeah, are those the double-sided posters behind you, or the?
No, those episode 1 and episode 2 were from the year they released. Just found them at the local, store, and then episode 3, I ordered one online, and they sent me one that was like 2 inches too small, so it was like a reprint.
Really?
Oh, really?
And then I finally got the right one from my local toy shop just recently.
Wow. Oh, I like the hand coming through the wall with the lightsaber.
Yeah, it lights up. Let's see if I can get it.
Yeah, I remember those. They had some helmets and.
Yeah, I've got Yoda and Boba Fett too.
Nice.
Oh, it doesn't have a neck. Okay.
I don't know if you can see, but it's
Yeah,
it's glowing. I got there's
cool.
a Kylo Ren too.
Is that a
anyone
popcorn
else
tin
have,
or something?
Yeah.
Black Series George.
No, I don't. I didn't get one.
For those in the chat, how does this camera quality look?
Real good.
Yeah, it looks good, I think.
Yeah.
It looks like it's 8 times better than my actual 4K webcam on my $3,000 iMac. Like,
Yep.
Are you using? What are you using then?
This camera here right now is my iPhone.
It's just the phone. Yeah,
you can't beat the iPhone, man. That's
I
my
know.
camera right now.
It's actually the exact same camera that's in my iMac, but
Yeah.
I'm using an app called Epoch Cam.
Me too.
And it kind of, for whatever reason, it upgrades
Yep.
your resolution somehow.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think I think if you pay like $7, it unlocks the 4K or something like that. So I just
I already paid $20 a month for this really fantastic Streamlabs service.
Yeah.
I used to, watching, right? But
I used to.
It's a lot of money, man. Like I got to start generating. Oh, what's cool is you actually have to turn this helmet sideways to put it on because it won't go this way. So like a real, I'm not gonna even try. I don't want to wreck it.
Yeah.
Cool.
He looks really good though.
So there's my first sacrifice to the toy gods. Yeah.
Well, you're gonna
slice my card back so it's still keepable.
Yeah, I do the same thing. I just take the bubble off. Yeah, but it's like you're not gonna display them with the helmet on, anyways, right? You're gonna Yeah.
No, like I've got enough stormtroopers loose that I don't.
Yeah.
I don't need to. Yeah, at least it comes with a blaster. Oh, yeah, so I do recommend George Lucas in Stormtrooper disguise.
I just had an idea. I saw a guy online. He took one of these, the clamshell protectors, and he, after he took the figure out of the card, he somehow glued this or something onto the card.
Yeah.
And then closed it over the figure. I thought that was pretty cool.
There's a guy now that actually made a good collector-friendly clamshell for 3.75 inch with that small bubble in the front. It's something I actually looked into patenting in 1992, and the patent part was really cheap and affordable, but I couldn't patent it. You're not allowed to patent clamshell food packaging. You can't do it.
And they consider
it the logo on it, or you a certain shape. But like a square clamshell in a certain dimension, you can't trademark that. Or
they consider it the same no matter what use you're using for it.
So I looked into it. Then I looked into getting them made, and it was a lot of money to get these. I was looking to get them made here in Vancouver, because there's lots of companies that do that. Even in the States, there's lots of companies that make stuff. It just costs that much more. So I passed on it. I'm like, someone else will do it. But now they're out there. Hey, TJ, how you doing?
TJ, how you doing?
Oh, we got a box.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just figured
Can't wait to see what's in it.
I can't either. It's not the dreaded peanuts.
Oh yeah.
$35.
Do you have all the Bad Batch, Rick?
Everyone except Omega.
What? Look at that.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. The can of goodness.
Vintage awesome.
I have them all on my table except for Hunter. I'm trying to find Hunter. I passed on him for like 27, and people want like $300 or something crazy.
Just to complete the set, like they are pretty cool. Like black Stormtrooper Commandos with a little bit of red stripes. You guys got the Go-Go Gadget arm.
They've got a lot of cool accessories with them too.
I seen him the day. I seen Echo the day for 28.
It's a lot of money, man. I made a post on my Heroes Twitter page yesterday, and I tagged Hasbro. I'm like, what's going on with these prices, Hasbro? You can't keep this up. Because Canada should not be paying these U.S. tariffs. It makes no sense.
Yeah. So it's incomplete, but...
Do you need the ramp as well? I need the ramp for mine.
I need the ramp.
Yeah, I need that ramp.
He's not cheap, and I need Han too.
But you got the side panel.
$50.
Yeah.
You need the carbonite?
$50, yeah.
Yeah, me too. I need the carbonite, yeah.
I will look in my parts bin.
Everything seems to be pretty decent, though.
Yeah.
$50.
That's great, yeah.
I didn't think it was too bad.
And sadly, I believe I've made a dire mistake. Was it 4 weeks ago at the local toy show I was a vendor at. I packed up 2 vintage AT-ATs. I'm like, oh, I got 2 extra vintage AT-ATs. They're both complete. I'm going to sell these at the toy show, or at least bring them to put them on the table. I sold them. I made like $400. They were my only AT-ATs that were vintage.
You mean they weren't in the boxes you have at home?
No, I took them out of the box so I wouldn't damage the box, because the boxes are quite fragile.
Yeah.
So the boxes are safely packed away, because I just went through everything, right? My whole collection was behind me. I counted my Millennium Falcons and my AT-ATs.
But I mean, did you think they were in the boxes though? And these were extra? Oh my gosh.
And I sold them. So now all I have is like 4 modern AT-ATs. So I'm a little pissed.
Yeah. Because it's gonna cost you at least that to get them back.
Oh man. I sold them cheap. I sold them cheap. I sold one for $240 and one for like $180, whatever. They were complete. Had the chin guns.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a little sadder when I realized that last week. Oh, that's right. This guy's got.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that.
It opens up in the back here.
Yeah.
No, I've seen some reviews, but I forgot that because he's got the Lobot thing going on.
Yeah.
All right, come on. What's this guy's name? Tech?
No, wasn't that Echo?
Echo. And he's very RoboCop looking.
Oh, I don't think I put the helmet on him. I think I have it in his hand or next to him or something.
Ugh. Yeah, I got this. This is from 2002.
Oh yeah, look at that one. Yeah.
So that's the same. That's the same mold as the current Slave one, is it not?
Yeah, this one is. It doesn't have the.
Which I believe is next to the ATST that just got released again. The most remakes ever was of that Slave one. I think it's been remade 5 times now.
I think you have much more cargo room in the original.
Yeah, this is badass.
I might have to go and buy. I might have to buy that one when I'm off on Wednesday, Rick.
It's cool, man. It's actually. I have all the other ones, and I really like them. Like the one I like the most is the big one.
I know it's 28 quid, but I might have to just bite the bullet and buy it. That is really cool.
Yeah, they're pretty cool, man. I do enjoy the cartoon. It's not my favorite Star Wars, but it's Star Wars, so I dig it. I like Star Wars, and it's good quality animation. Like animation is so much better than what it used to be. Yeah, Wrecker's badass.
Yeah, that's the one I really wanted, Wrecker Light, but it's quite expensive over here.
Total linebacker right there.
Yeah, I like the paint on him too.
Yeah, they're almost like they're some of the only figures that Hasbro weathers. And if they're not weathered, they have a little bit of weathering, like just a little bit of silver.
Like on his pack. See the red on his pack and everything?
Yeah.
He's badass.
Look at TJ go. TJ's got a short video up that's got 30,000 views. That's great.
So, I'm just confirming. I believe I'm also streaming on the Twitterverse.
Yeah, I saw a message come up off Twitter. So you're on there.
I'm going to like that. First time I've seen that.
And his
actually, let me check. I think I'm doing this on Facebook as well. Let's see, because I got a thumb up on Facebook. Yeah, I'm on the Facebook here too. Oh, and I'm posting links on StreamYard on Facebook. I probably shouldn't be doing that. Okay, that's weird. The chat.
John, there was actually one figure I did find in the charity shop. I managed to find.
That's Tech.
Tech's got a ton of little stuff with him on the belt.
Yeah.
He's the only guy with a bunch of white on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on the mission that ticked me off was the only way you can get him is if you buy that little vehicle with him.
Oh, is that right?
They came in a set of 4, and then you had
That's right, and you had to buy Tech separately in the mission fleet. You're right, yeah.
I may already have Omega, John, but it's in her grown-up form.
She comes with that little weird platypus bird thing too.
Yeah.
And you can take this off.
Yeah, but the mask looks good.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
My, how she's grown.
I can't believe how detailed these guys came out with everything that they have, and then you get
oh, your camera's backwards. I'm like, why is your go-go gadget arm on the other side?
the black chrysanthemum. I don't even know if I can switch that, can I? How about that? Sorry.
Oh, you look way handsomer now. Whoa.
Thank you. And I'm no longer left-handed. The black chrysanthemum, I was really let down. He was so thin and wiry.
Yeah,
compared to
I'm waiting for the remake of that one because
the art on the box is so good, and they've got him with weapons and things on the box that when you open, he doesn't have.
He doesn't even come.
He doesn't even look like it,
Yeah,
and no weathering,
no.
Like I think even they started to weather Chewbacca a little bit at least, just to give some depth to the hair and stuff. Oh, nice. Sweet. Yeah, I want to get a 3D printer, man. It's high on my list of toys I need.
I just had some 3D printed stuff. This right here, this fence railing. It was the only thing I was missing was this one piece, so I ordered it, and it was fine. Well, the rotisserie on the fire pit there, I wanted the two little side pieces because they were broken off at the bottom, little tabs. The guy has a thing on eBay, and I only spent like $8, and they were so crap. They wouldn't go in, and then the pieces that hold the rotisserie in completely broke when I tried to snap them in.
Wow.
So you got I guess you have to figure out who's good at that stuff.
And speaking of those two AT-ATs, John, that I said I accidentally sold. So again, based similar to your story here, play with these toys. Don't play with these toys or do anything with them when it's freaking cold. So I loaded all my toys from the van to upstairs to the toy show, and the AT-ATs were disassembled. Right, I popped the legs off. So I got to the trade show, and I'm going, okay, and I'll set up these AT-ATs, and I'll bring all the people to my table because I saw there's two other tables with AT-ATs, and they were disassembled and in a bin. I'm like, yeah, I'll check their prices, make sure I undercut them. And I put one leg on. The first leg I put on, it's something broke, like snap. I'm like, oh, for fuck's sakes, man! Like, so I broke one of the AT-ATs right there at the show, trying to set it up on display, and that's the one I had to knock $40 off of. Just one. Wow. It still stands, but one of the little pegs on the legs.
Yeah.
I like the box art. I just don't like the poor choice of the reuse of a Chewie.
Yeah.
Hey, welcome, David.
And he even comes with Chewie's bowcaster. That's
right.
Great.
And then they show him on here with like a vibro blade.
Yeah.
He's got a holster on his hip.
Big axe.
He's got the bowcaster back here, and he's got a different weapon in his hand. And then you get this.
Yeah.
And it's like it's falling off of him. It's like like his armor's too big for him or something.
Yeah.
So I know you guys are all fans of 80s toys and nostalgia. So I have to highly recommend check out Dave's Instagram page at the 80s Garage. Lots of cool shit, man. Like cool shit, and it's all on display in his garage.
Cool.
It's cool content. You'll all love it. I guarantee it. Awesome, Dave. Thanks for showing up.
So I opened Dusty. Dusty's all set to go.
What do you think?
He's all right. His hat doesn't really stay on or work like I'd want it to. But once you get it in the right spot and put him on the shelf, he'll probably be just fine. But plus, there's something about the waist. I mean, this is a separate piece, and it's kind of weird being separate because his shirt is tucked under the belt and his shirt comes out the bottom, but it can move separately. Like, how does that make sense?
So Dusty is a tucker inner, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Oh, Dave's doing this on Facebook. This is my first time doing this on Facebook. So
his mom's a mother tucker?
No,
There you go. Yeah. He's got a cool knife on his belt, on his boot there, though.
So do you think they'll make a few other Joes in that same color camo? Just so he has a team? He's not the only desert kind of camo?
Yeah, they have. I mean, there's a couple more that were in the late 80s that they could do in this kind of camo. And
and he's got the face paint.
yeah,
That actually looks really good. I like that.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
The gun is great. I mean, they did a great job on this weapon. It's very much like the old one, And
Okay, it's got the little stand too.
yeah, and a cool backpack. The backpack looks good.
I like that backpack because it looks vintage. It looks like the old style, just bigger.
And then the Cobra Bat is pretty cool too. This guy is really neat.
Actually, a good point, David.
like
Why
that.
couldn't they just do a little piece of soft goods around that helmet?
Yeah, they should have. Yeah. It's got a nice holster for the gun on the bat, and all the equipment fits on his back. His extra hand goes in there, and you got the extra tools on the backpack. And then you can give him the claw. I gave him the claw hand.
I wonder
I
how
was
many
like
of these
down.
holsters are reused on
But
stuff.
I love the robotic mechanical arms.
So that's
on
a
these guys.
bat?
They look- Yeah, Cobra Bat. It's an android trooper, right? Battle android
that's
trooper. But
Two robot arms.
Yeah.
So does he come with extra arms as well?
Yeah, there's a hand here you can put on the instead of the claw.
Oh, no way.
And then you got the flamethrower and then the gun, the regular gun.
That is a cool figure. I've never seen that one.
And they can interchange. You can take them off and put it on instead of the hands if you want,
G4 saw a dozen Python Patrol Vipers today.
Yeah, they're showing up in mass. Yeah,
Joey,
they're
what's
showing
up?
up in mass quantities. I just put up a short of a target we went to, and there was like 20 bats and like 4 or 5 vipers.
So
It's
Duke
crazy.
is not Dusty. They're different people.
No, Dusty's a different person. Yeah.
All those white guys, they all look the same. Welcome, Joey, you young
Hey,
Padawan.
Joey. Padawan Joey.
Still gotta have Joey on the show to open up something because
Joey
very rare does Joey open up a toy.
Joey kills me with that unlimited budget.
That's I wouldn't say
He's
it's
going to be doing
unlike-
American Express commercials on his channel next thing you know.
Yeah.
I love
He obviously
it.
has a budget because he doesn't own all the
I
left
love
coast
it.
pins.
He's a great dude, though. He's got a
If he
great.
could afford all the left coast pins, he'd have
Oh
them all.
yeah. I met a
Nice.
guy.
And
Have you guys
George-
ever met At
Awesome
Man?
supporter. What's that?
Have you guys ever met At Man?
At Man.
Yeah, he's
It's
got
not
like
AT man.
yes, but he calls himself At Man. It's
Oh,
like
he
looks like
should.
that play on Batman, And he's got like a collection where it's all AT-ATs. And he sent me some pictures yesterday. There's like 65 of them, and he told me that his friend
Whoa.
has even more than him. And they're doing an event on Instagram next month.
At
They invited me down, and I might go down there to check this out because it's amazing. I'm like, who has the money for 85 AT-ATs? And they're all, and half of this guy's stuff are in the box, super
Wow.
clean.
Well,
Just a
But I mean, if you're
Have a-
super focused on that one thing,
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? You just-
He had a bin with over 600 AT-AT drivers,
oh wow.
and I said, no wonder I can't find.
Yeah, right.
Just like the guy that does all gonk stuff.
See, I didn't. There's some figures that I've got like 12 or 15. I think the one that was the most was around like 18 of that figure. But I kind of did it on accident. I didn't focus on it. I buy collections when I see collections and
Yeah,
just buy the whole lot. And but when I see people who have like an army of that guy, like it just makes me like I like Yoda, so I'm like I'm just gonna start buying like all the Yodas and have like an
Yeah.
army of
yeah.
200 Yodas when I get down the road some
I saw
day.
somebody with a Jawa focus yesterday.
Yeah,
They just had all Jawas.
So Toy Traders, probably the largest toy store in Canada,
Yeah.
they update their display all the time. But in this, it's not really working.
is that picture vintage with all those TIE fighters and
No,
AT-ATs
those
there?
are all now modern.
Oh, okay.
Oh wow.
So, but his store has moved. His original store, everything in the display was all vintage, like everything. So there's some vintage B wings and some modern Y wings. But yeah, I think there was 24 something AT-ATs he had on display or something. I'll have to get more pictures.
Well, look how this is on in the box. It's so weird. Like, I don't know, but there's no plastic tray inside. It's like this.
And on his wall, he's got like a 3 3/4 scale Death Star that he actually built. So that's Matthew. He's the owner of Toy Traders. So Matthew's a good guy. If you're in Vancouver, please go to Toy Traders. You will not be disappointed, man. It's a really badass store. I'll tell you that.
I'm actually going to be there next fall.
Oh, you got to make a trip, man. It's about 40 minutes out of downtown Vancouver.
Okay.
But it's worth it. Like if you rented a car or whatever. Oh, that looks pretty good, Baz.
I might have to actually look out for these because I've just actually, what you were thinking, I've just actually come up with an idea for a Christmas theme for this guy.
Didn't they just release a large scale of the pram from Mattel?
Yeah, it wasn't cheap either. I think it was $500 US.
Oh, wow.
He looks badass.
Oh, wow. He's colorful, more colorful.
Yeah, he is.
Whoa, look how big he is.
Oh,
Wow.
he did.
I'm going to open this bad boy up, see what this is actually like.
They really, look at that.
Oh, wow.
They made him massive compared to a regular 6-inch.
Is that kind of how he scales in the comics?
Yeah.
I like when they do that.
I just didn't think they would. Yeah, I didn't think they would do that, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why I didn't open this up like 3 years ago, but Vern did a video recently, and I'm like, you know what? I got that figure. I got to open it.
He's probably got some, like, Apocalypse or something reuse parts on him and stuff. You know what I mean? Like, if you were to look real close.
You opened up your big Galacticus, right, John?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I tried to do a video on it. He is in a video when I opened him up, but he didn't really fit in the room. like it.
To be honest with you, I didn't realize how big that Galactus actually is.
Yeah, he's massive.
Decent sculpt.
Oh, I love the hair. Look at the blue.
Oh, that is rad. I wish I had hair. So I can color it blue. Yeah, so Vern was comparing this Mud Trooper Solo with the new, what is it? Just Imperial Trooper, it's called, and a lot of the same parts.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they are.
Wasn't he in Andor?
Yeah, from Andor.
Yeah,
but he's very black, which
yeah,
I know they were black in the show. I'm just wondering why. Like, why would they go from black to then becoming, army kind of gray green? Oh, even the guns got some weathering. They don't do that lots.
Or the other way around, I guess, because they were in Solo, right?
Oh yeah, but Solo was more. This is more true with like even Empire Strikes Back and like the AT-AT driver and Veers.
Yeah, yeah.
What's been going on that they're kind of hit and miss with this stuff? Like we were saying earlier about this.
They do switch.
The paint and the weathering.
Yeah, they do switch factories and stuff sometimes. So
yeah, but then you get this guy with his clothes falling off of him because he's on
like that guy's
diet
made it
or something
at the factory that does poor work.
Yeah, something.
And this guy's made it the factory that does badass work. Like look at the weathering on his armor. Like that's very well done. And I know every time they paint these and they have to do a tampo print, it adds a couple of cents, 30 cents, $1, whatever it is. So I understand.
But I mean, you had this guy with all these different accessories.
Yeah.
And I don't think he was any more expensive than the other Black Series at the time.
No,
I don't really do a lot of Black Series. I just really like the Bad Batch, and I really wanted the Black Chrysanthemum. I did the pre-order, and it was kind of a shock.
I did not.
I thought this was the best part.
I like the boxes.
I really like this. They did that with that Boba Fett, the all-black Boba Fett, too. where it was the comic kind of front.
But now they do the boxes and they don't open like from the front like a book.
Yeah.
Which I don't know. I guess I don't like that, but I understand for security purposes.
Yeah.
I traded my all black Boba Fett. That was.
Oh, really?
I didn't even know I ordered him. I was kind of like disappointed in myself that I did. And when he showed up, I kind of didn't want him. But I showed him on a live stream or something, and someone wrote me and was like, if you ever want to get rid of that guy, let me know. I wasn't able to get him. And then I sat on it for a couple weeks, and then one day I was like, it was sitting there, and I'm like, I really don't want him. So I just contacted him back and said, yeah, well, let's just do a trade. What do you got? And he was like, oh, so just.
I'm Canadian, so it's centimeters, TJ.
Yeah.
I think this guy may actually be no bad to actually strip him down to actually paint.
Oh, no.
I like that gun.
I'm surprised you haven't painted him since we started streaming half an hour.
I need to work.
I do want to get one, hopefully on the cheap, so I can practice my custom figure skills, because it's probably been 20 years since I painted anything that wasn't like digital. Yeah, I guess they have the comic series, they got the video game series, and they got the novel kind of series, and they're all in similar boxes. Like even this, this is none of those series. This is just animated droids series of one. So this series consists of one figure. Yeah, but I like the box. Like,
I just think like even on this one they got it right. There's a lot of cool little detail that you have to sort of look for.
I've seen people put a new head on it and make a young Boba Fett.
Really?
Yeah.
I guess you could. Yeah.
Because she's got no boobs.
Yeah.
Not yet. When she grows up to be the armorer, or the Tusken warrior female from Book of Boba Fett, she'll grow some boobs.
You think it's going to be one of those?
I guarantee she's one of those characters.
The armorer would be pretty interesting.
The armor would be interesting, but it doesn't fit my theory as much as the Tusken female warrior who lives.
I like it.
Because everyone thinks she's dead, and I'm like, man, I think she lives.
Rick, I don't know if you ever.
I do know.
Seen this?
Yeah, that's awesome, buddy. You did really good on that.
He's got the hammer.
So you've had lots of practice painting the figures. So
that's nice.
So that's a dude, right, John? Okay, it is a dude.
Yeah.
I've got my good friend Shadow Wiz to thanks for helping me do this.
Here's a theory. I bet you in our lifetime, people will be able to color their hair so it actually looks like freaking neon light up.
Oh yeah, they're
just like that toy you had.
Yeah,
you'll be able to make your hair look like that one day. I think. Look at that axe. That's awesome.
Oh, that's really cool.
Manageable. That's.
I mean, they're getting close to it now. I mean, they have. Have you seen the beads? Like it's kind of an expensive product, so it's not everywhere yet. But I have a friend in Seattle area, Redmond, and she damn it, I missed that stream. Did White Shadow need that thing? The black storm, the black. Sorry, dude.
Did, yeah.
I would have rather traded with him. Anyways, but she's got these color beads. They're kind of like little beads, but they feel like little beads when you have them in your hand, But she can literally wash them into anyone's hair. And they don't have to bleach it ahead of time. It can be brown, black hair, whatever. And when she's done washing it in, they actually cling to the hair, so it disperses itself so that you have bright blue or bright red, bright green hair after you're done. And then when you don't want your hair to be that color again, there's a release agent. So she'll wash your hair with this release chemical, and then they'll all fall out, and the beads will be back in she can catch them and filter it out, and when they dry, they're back into beads. And then your hair is back to being your normal color. Yeah. So you literally could wash it in, go out to a club, dance with your friends, and have blue hair, and then the next morning wash it out with the chemical agent and be back to work with your normal hair color if you're concerned about having different hair at work or something,
Yep.
And so I think that technology is going to continue, and they'll just be different. They'll make it more like glow in the dark and all these other things.
Oh yeah, they've already got stuff.
But I mean, she says it's like $200 a treatment because the stuff is super expensive right now.
Yeah.
So it's gotta, and you can really only do it at hair salons that are special, that have these products, So it's just, but she loves it. She thinks it's the greatest thing on earth, But it's kind of like, it's just got to come down in price to make it more practical.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was muted. I was saying really important things and nobody heard me. But am I the only one that calls him Friggin' Dan?
Oh, I do. I call him Friggin' Dan. Friggin' Dan. That friggin' guy.
So one of the next pins I'll be making will be a character that looks a lot like this guy. And I'm pretty sure I'll be allowed to call him Friggin' Dan.
Oh yeah, you will, because he's different. It's a different name.
Band member or something like that.
It's a different name. Yeah.
We'll see.
I don't think I got him. I got him on 3.7 or the 3.75 inch vintage, but I don't think I bought him as a.
I had to. He's so awesome. I don't know if I'm going to need like 11 of them or 5 of them.
Thing is, I would want 5 or 6, and I can't go down that road.
Well, I saw Papa Gord. He's got the whole band set up.
Yeah,
this is awesome. This is one of my most wanted vintage Kenner figures.
Oh, I wish they did a
nice
band
detail.
member as a vintage Kenner. Yeah,
it really does have good detail. Like,
yeah,
hands are monstrous, like they should be.
I'm actually really liking him now that you opened him. I'm kind of like, damn it, now I got to go back to the store and get this guy because even just having one would be cool because he looks great.
Didn't they sell a
very
white
different
box?
weights. Like there's no swivel here or nothing. It's just
no.
torso.
Huh.
Nothing along the belt. Look at that ass.
Didn't they have a white box with like
got a
4
little
of them?
crack there. Look at that. He's got a little crack.
The first one with a butt. Well, remember he's alien, right? So
yeah.
They just
He's anatomically correct then.
They pee and poo like a bird from the same place. Oh, his knees seem really low too.
It's got that. It's trying to hide the joint in the pant leg. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're getting good at that, man. Nice not seeing pins on the side.
Yeah.
Pinless elbows.
There is actually one.
Pretty good articulation on the elbows. So he can toot his own horn.
Yeah.
Which instrument are you going to give him? Is there like, there's 2 instruments basically there, right?
There's the jizz horn, the jizz flute, and the jizz pipe. I don't know.
Oh, that doesn't connect to the other one? I thought that connected.
I don't think so.
What is that thing called in the middle? I forgot.
I bet you they all have
a jizz horn, isn't it? Or is it a clue horn? That's the clue horn.
No, they've got a Star Warsy name for it. I forgot.
Yeah, isn't it a clue horn or something? No, there's another name.
It sounds way better. Okay, now my most wanted Black Series toys now are the Max Rebo band.
Oh yeah.
How he moves makes sense now because he can kind of lean over towards it while he's getting into it.
He can rock out with his jizz flute out.
With his butt-shaped forehead out.
Yeah, very happy with this guy. I'm glad. Shit. Now I'm gonna have to get more than one. I think there's 5.
Did they make a bigger Rebo band with the keyboard and everything?
No,
not in 6-inch. No,
that would be cool to have them all together jamming.
Only in vintage collection or not or Saga or something back in the day. I remember getting them at Walmart.
Yeah.
They're saying it's an oboe. Now that's a real life thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think in the Star Wars they have a special name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oboe. I think John, you mentioned one of the real names too.
Well, I think there is a Star Wars clue horn, but that might not be the.
It's
the clue horn.
Somebody that I was in a group. They had a life-size, actual size, replica made of it. Putting it in a shadow box, and I can't remember what they called it.
Oh, I see pewter figures. The small figures like
coming in 2023, the Super Awesome Science Show. Yes.
Yeah, I thought you were going to plug that on that stream that won't be unnamed last night, but you didn't.
Well, it's not going to come out. I have 12 episodes and ideas, and there's like 4 of them written about, but I just haven't started recording them. I don't think I'm going to have time until 2023 to really start that channel up.
Oh,
So.
please go on sale, friggin' Dan. Please go on sale.
Yeah, I hope he does. I'll get him.
There is one I've had for a while, so I'm going to open this guy.
Oh yeah, I
Does
want that new series. Yeah,
got chrome on him.
yeah.
I do have the 6-inch one, but unfortunately he's in storage at the minute.
Is that back metal or just really shiny silver?
I think it's just really shiny silver.
Wow, that looks really good.
Clue horn. Clue horn.
Here, you can join.
There is
I thought it
there
was
is
something
a
else.
there is a clue horn in Star Wars, but that might not be the clue horn. That might be something.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Yeah.
He might have all of them right there though, available. You can switch it up.
What's your opinions on the new Avatar figures that are coming out?
They
Haven't
look.
seen 'em.
Some of them do look pretty cool, but I don't like Avatar, so I'm not getting
They
any.
do look good. They're just both 15 years too late, aren't they?
Yeah, yeah.
It's more than 10 years. Like we haven't had
The only thing I'm going to get for Avatar.
I've got the
look like
same
it.
figure.
Wednesday or before Christmas.
What do you want to get, Blas? The Walker?
I might get the mech suit for the Avatar.
Tell me what you think of
Yeah,
that Dark
I-
Trooper when you get him out of there.
The mech. I've seen the mech suit. I have the original mech suit when they made him, like for the first. Here, show him off fast. When they made him for the first movie, and it's cool. It's much like the alien power loader. Mech suits are just badass.
Yeah, that's
Didn't
cool.
realize
Man.
Chrome looking bearded
Yeah.
guy.
I
They're
didn't
badass.
realize how much chromey he actually was.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do my beard like that. I think.
I need to get the other guy out of storage now and do a comparison. Could actually have father and son because I have the
Clue horn.
6-inch
Oh, you already
version.
said clue horn.
so the instruments the modal nodes play are the Gassan string drum, Dorinian bechequel, the fanfare, the omnibox, the band
Omnibox, yeah.
and the
Whoa,
clue horn.
$49.99. Wow.
Yeah, there's a couple Target stores that still have like 10 or 12 of these guys, and I'm just hoping that they go on sale because
I got mine on a pre-order pretty cheap.
I do see them. I like the way they look, but I can't bring myself to spend that much money on them.
Yeah, they got a lot of negative reviews. I mean, I like mine, the look and everything. I wish it would have come with that stand that it goes in. On the 3.75 inch, it's got a
that would make it more worth it. Yeah,
the charger stand. I don't know what else you
Yeah,
call it.
yeah,
The Tesla stand, and
Which had the bad reviews?
this guy right here, you're opening. People were
Oh,
shitting
really?
all over it, and I like mine, but that's just me, I guess. Yeah, he comes with a different
With
fist.
the reverse kind of peg system. That's different.
Yeah.
I know a lot of folk were complaining about the yellow
football
one.
shoulder pads. That's kind of.
That was part of it. Yeah, they didn't like the build of him.
They're
I mean, I
very
like
loose.
him.
It looks
I
really
really do.
badass. And it's shiny.
Oh, I
which
love mine.
I
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the fact that it's shiny. Like when you
Yeah.
compare it to, the matte finish on the Mud Trooper. Like they did really well there.
Yeah,
So I
I really
can't
like mine,
complain.
but
I
I was
like
checking
the-
out some channels and they were just shitting
the
on this guy.
transparent pegs and the elbows, like they did for K2SO.
Yep.
Are they? Does he come with a gun? Like, is that
Yeah.
Yeah, it comes with this
okay?
little,
Yeah, because I was like, he's got a gun finger
some paint on
hand
it
or
there.
whatever. So I wondered.
got a little bit of silver paint on there too.
Yep.
Look at that. Yeah, overall, like it's badass.
Oh, yeah.
The size is good.
Yep.
The robot-iness is very cool. Again, I love those pegs.
I'm gonna grab mine.
Well, and I guess these things you can put him on his feet so he can fly, right? Yeah, I think I
Oh
saw
yeah, 'cause, like he flew. Yeah.
Sean Solo did a good review on one of these guys and got him in a flight stand, like whoosh, with the little baby Grogu in his hand. Yeah, he's badass. I'm gonna need two of these, man, but at $50, you know what? One is good. It
Yeah,
should
I'm
be
just hoping
one
they.
that's all broken, like a removable limbs C-3PO version.
Oh yeah. I'm just hoping they go on sale at some point. I'll pick them up when they go on sale.
I took his saber away and gave
Yeah.
it to him.
Oh yeah,
And but as far as the size goes, just to show a comparison, he's just slightly taller than Mando. but he's got his
it's not monstrous.
He's got his homies back there.
But kind of equivalent to, like, I guess maybe Wrecker.
Yeah, Wrecker's a lot bulkier.
And same with Zeb. Zeb's a little bit more buff as well.
And I thought that, the Wrecker, the size of Wrecker compared to that Black Chrysanthemum, it's like,
that's
no, that's good.
Yeah, I think I have 4 of the Death Troopers, so
they're awesome.
Maybe I don't need 2 of these guys, but 2 of these guys will look pretty badass.
Yeah, I just wish they would have come with that carriage. I'm not sure what it's called. That came with the smaller figure.
The little closet that the vintage.
Yeah, that they're like they hang in it or something, and they recharge and they can send reprogram them or whatever. They had it in the smaller action figure packaging, and that was one that didn't have a window. It was the cardboard box.
I haven't seen that one yet.
I haven't either.
Walmart had the deluxe Stormtrooper with the E-Web cannon.
Yeah,
but it was like $49.
I was disappointed in the price on that when I saw it, because I was like,
they still have it. They haven't sold one, I don't think.
Yeah, I was looking at it going, okay, we already have the Stormtrooper and we already have the E-Web cannon. So all you really did is pull out some old molds and put them back in production again and stick it in a box, and you're charging $50 for it? I was like, what? It should come with 2 Stormtroopers for that price, because the Stormtroopers, the amount they've made over the years, it's
almost to be like a discounted toy.
Yeah.
There's no paint apps to it. Like, really, you paint the eyeballs, and that's about it, right?
I can get to the border in like 5 hours. I could just buy these for you guys.
5 hours?
Sounds crazy how much you're paying for them.
Where are you, Brett?
I'm near Chicago.
Okay.
So I just go up past Detroit.
Got lots of
I'm
Chicago
right by the Michigan
area
State
guys. I think the Dude and Sir Eric, Chicago area.
Yeah.
I'm in Vancouver myself.
Yeah.
In Canada.
It's just the prices you guys are saying. I'm like, oh man, I could get that for you.
Yeah, but
Florida, they don't. They're expensive down here in Florida. I don't know why.
Well, you're near the House of Mouse, so
yeah.
Like
you must
Canada,
have money.
They like Hasbro Canada. They don't have they're a separate entity for tax purposes, but they're not a separate entity for like purchasing power. So Hasbro Canada doesn't like order stuff from China. It's all ordered through Hasbro US. And then the Hasbro US will, put it in a truck or a train and send it up to Canada. Something like that. Like, I know it'll come to our ports because Vancouver's a major port. Yeah. But because Hasbro US now has to pay all these crazy new tariffs on all stuff made in those overseas.
Do you remember
they have to relay those prices to the Canadian vendors, and that's why Toys R Us prices are like 20% more than all these prices of Sony. And Toys R Us is the largest, the only big toy store in Canada outside of like Walmart and, Canadian Tire and, smaller department
Just
stores.
For example, when we're talking about prices, what would you pay for something like that then, Rick?
Well, I'm going to say 5 years ago, all Black Series were $20 Canadian. Then they went up to 20, 25.
Yeah.
Now that one would probably be $39 or $35 at GameStop.
Yeah, you got to get kind of shocked what I paid for this, because I've still got the price tag on it.
£7.
Wow.
I bet you can still get deals on those if you find online, whether it's Amazon or.
To be honest with you, I want to get another one of these because.
Look at that, Brett. You can go hang out with Chip.
Yeah,
nice,
he's nearby. A couple hours away, maybe not.
You guys have any snow there now?
No, we did a couple weeks ago.
We had snow this morning and it disappeared by like
70 in Australia. Wow.
Yeah, I complain a lot, or I complain a little about our Canadian prices, but I feel for the Aussies because that Aussie dollar is not very powerful against the almighty Yankee buck, and that sucks because I believe they too, instead of just getting it on a little quick boat ride from China.
Right.
It probably goes to the U.S. and then goes on a boat, and they got to cover all those costs because I don't think Aussie retailers are just raping people. I think they actually cost them
hard to get
$50 in wholesale, so they got to mark it up a little bit, right?
Yep.
But yeah, that's crazy, man. Some of these prices.
Do you guys remember Trailer Park Boys had the little railroad? We could just start a Hasbro railroad.
Yeah, Trailer Park Boys.
Remember, it was like a toy
huge fan.
train, and they took cigarettes to Sebastian Bach.
Yeah, they did. Yeah,
we'll just do it with Hasbro.
They're still going. They got their own website now, SwearNet.
Yeah. They had a deal with Netflix.
You pay per view. All their latest episodes.
Oh, that's great.
Now. And they still have deals with, Amazon or Netflix or wherever they got their shows playing now. But yeah, they do content every day. They're really fun on TikTok.
Yep, I've seen them.
Bubbles is one of my faves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We had snow 2 weeks ago. It was gone the next day.
That was
Jonathan's saying the discounts don't count, Baz.
What was that?
Jonathan's saying the discounts don't count. He's like, that's
is that from the Entertainer or one of those kind of record stores? Baz?
That one I just showed off the Greedo, it's Cried Game. I think it's like a sister company to your game, but at the moment, all those majority of the stuff they're getting in, they're basically just selling it off.
Yeah, discounting.
They're getting new stuff in. They'll have it for maybe 3-4 months at say 20-25 quid, but it doesn't sell. Then but when it come up to Christmas, they always sell good deals, because I've got I managed to pick up the Invisible Woman from Fantastic Four, the translucent one, for the same price.
I love it. I need the clear one, yeah.
And then I've got the new. I've never seen these ones before. I wish I'd taken a picture of it, but it's actually in like a white box, John. And you get they had the Invisible Woman and Mr. Fantastic and the Human Torch in like a white box.
Yeah.
I don't know what the kind of figures inside, but they want 15 quid for those.
Yeah. I wanted to get another one because I want to open one to put it with my Fantastic Four thing. But I don't want to open the...
Are you ready for it? Are you ready?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Enamelian Falcon.
Oh,
nice.
The Enamelian Falcon. Pretty good, man.
So you have more than what was pre-ordered, right?
Well,
so people could still order them, right?
This isn't live, right? No, they're almost sold out, John. You got to go get them today. No, okay. I have about 30 left.
Yeah.
I can't order as much as I used
to. Just the boxes would be awesome to have a collection.
I'm not
of the boxes.
These boxes cost me they cost me more than these pins.
I bet, yeah. They're just really neat to have all of the classic ships.
These are not made in the Orient.
Yeah.
These actually, I get made in Italy.
Wow.
And
that is really
for whatever reason, I get stuck with your crazy UK VAT fees or whatever they call it, which is sometimes like 50% of what the value is. So I don't understand.
VAT, like your tax over here is like 20%. So I don't know what it would be for you.
You can't charge more for VAT fees or import fees than what your country is actual sales tax is. Like if my sales tax is 15% in British Columbia, if I get a package from the United States, why can they charge me 45%? Like it makes no sense that two countries are making tax profits off something that wasn't even a sale sometimes. Like I told John, I'm getting a gift, and UPS contacted me and say, "Oh, you got to pay $45 for this gift." I'm like, the gift is not worth $45. Like, what do you think? Gotta let him breathe.
It's a cool figure. Although I don't understand why this one didn't come with the gun. Like when you watch the
he doesn't have the rifle.
He's got the rifle.
That's where they introduced it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, the big long rifle. Good point.
Yeah.
Just like with the Black Chrysanthemum.
That's
crazy. That's where they introduced it. Why would they put that in there?
They packed him with regular Boba Fett.
They packed him with Mando, pretty much.
And the Mando has the gun. They just could recolor it.
Yeah.
There's an error in coloring here because there should be blue on R2.
Yeah.
Yeah, there should be. Yeah.
Even on this, they forgot the blue. I know because I've reproduced this artwork before.
Yeah.
I love how
I love how in that cartoon R2 bent all over the place.
Sorry
He could
about that.
bend back and forth. Like it was funny looking.
Do you think they'll make Black
Flick.
Series Licks?
It's licks.
They might. I don't know why.
Well, you know what? They got this box layout all ready to go. If they don't make an R2D2 and C3PO in this, I'll be pissed off.
They made them in the bubble figures.
What am I
right?
not opening this for?
The regular carded figures.
I protest. Open it, Rick.
Man, I loved the Droids cartoon. I thought it was brilliant back in the day.
Yeah, it's good show.
I've got a VHS of the original series.
I like the police music.
Yeah. No weapons in my hand.
Letting it breathe.
Again.
It's got to be done.
In trouble.
Oh.
In trouble.
Soft goods cape. Look at that. They do.
Oh,
Nice.
They do know how to make soft good capes.
Yeah. It's again the inconsistency because when you have the Black Series Mandalorian and you put the jetpack, you can't put the cape on. And sometimes on the show,
yeah, 'cause it's plastic,
it's got the
right?
cape, yeah, it's like rubberized. So you have to like take something off or like really twist it out of the way. And
Yeah.
that would have been great. Same
Yeah,
thing with the Boba Fett with the pants.
You just push it a little to the side, and you can put
Quick
the
steps.
I'm
backpack
just
on.
saying when the first release that they've done when they've done the Black Series in like the black boxes,
Yeah.
Yeah, this is the same mold as that one.
they give you the soft cape with that, but the
Oh, maybe
majority of
not.
the newer ones they're all harder.
Yeah.
Yeah, that Mandalorian to get the backpack on, I had to take the.
There is Boba Fett
You have to take it off.
You, so why
Yeah.
didn't they put that one?
But I put the cape on a Scarif Trooper, and it looks good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, like this one. Yeah. Actually, I
I
had it
do
right the
like
whole time.
this, but I think this needs to be more yellow. As an artist, it's redrawn this, and
You're right. It looks more tan, like
artwork is on the damn box in yellow.
Yeah.
Like,
it looks more tannish, like sand color. Where
Yeah,
it should have been more yellow.
Star Wars continuity is so bad that even the products don't have any.
the blue look. It looks good. I like it, man. I like all my Bobas. Could have painted this any color.
Are we ever going to know why there's no disintegrations with that thing? Are we ever going to see its true power?
Yeah, like has he ever disintegrated?
I don't think so. Did he even shoot anybody with it? Because I know he used the knee rockets and stuff like that. Jonathan
Maybe it was
Redmond said that
Maybe it was a
the
comic story.
Beskar Mando should have had a soft goods cape. Would have been awesome. I agree.
Yeah,
with that.
I'm a big proponent of always a soft goods cape, like always.
Yeah.
If it's not going to be a soft goods cape, don't even make it. Like make
Yeah.
it capeless. Like this Mud Trooper guy,
Yeah.
like that's cool, but it's also
Yeah.
not cool. Actually, it's actually not bad at all.
It looks good.
It's got holes in it. I just noticed that.
But it is weird though that they're so inconsistent. Like, you either should do them all cloth or all plastic.
Yeah.
Like pick one or the other, not randomly.
And if we're talking manufacturing processes between nowadays and the 70s, that can't be that much of a cost difference to put a piece of fabric like that.
Probably cheaper.
It depends because I bet you like something like that, the fabrics would
Yeah.
be cheaper in
I mean,
in India or
you-
other kind of
yeah,
Pakistan,
this
other
is probably
countries like
cheaper
that.
to just squirt into a mold, inject into a mold.
I
but
think
then,
it is. I think it
then
is.
you have
But-
the issues where I got to move it out of the way or take it off.
But the thing with that cape,
You know,
you have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to make a steel mold for that.
yeah,
You don't have to make any kind of a mold for like a
Yeah.
fabric cape.
yeah.
You
That's
might need
what
to
I'm
make
saying.
a dye, a steel rule dye, which is cheap.
That's
Maybe
what I'm
couple
saying.
$100.
I bet it's cheaper to make a cloth cape than a plastic one.
It is because of that mold.
Yeah.
I would say for sure.
Because think about it, you could buy a whole roll of that fabric, and like a giant spool of it, and it wouldn't be that. I don't think it's that expensive.
I don't think the different colors are sewn. It's all just probably dyed.
No, it's a dye. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like a
this orange on here is actually screen printed. You can
Yeah,
you
it's
can
screen
feel it.
print
It's
off of
quite
it, yeah.
thick. But
Yeah.
modern tech now
they
is
can
you
shoot
can
those right
digitally
out.
print on fabric too, right?
Yep.
Here's my my humble offerings. Oh, you can't see my Cantina badge.
Oh, you got Abomination there.
Yeah, I got that from my buddy BC Sasquatch, man. That was
He's
my
cool.
I love that Abomination.
I like
Yeah,
how
that's
the
cool.
size of him.
He's smiling.
Oh, is that?
You're welcome, toy gods. Except
It's the exact same one I've got on the shelf. But if you like Baba, you would like that one, Rick.
oh, dude, hold on. Yes, I like all of those. Those are freaking.
Oh,
rad.
that's awesome, yeah.
That's cool.
Did you see that they're doing a Gamorrean guard now?
Mm-hmm.
And that style's
Is
freaking
is
bad,
that-
man.
Now, is that supposed to be the Mandalorian or is that Jango Fett?
I think that one's Django, right?
That's Jango Fett? Okay.
I could be wrong. Yeah, there's a
This guy.
Gamorrean guard they're doing.
Yeah,
a
there you
royal guard, but the Gamorrean guard was so badass. Hey Shane, how you doing, bud?
I've also
How much
got
was that, Baz, or did you get it like at a discount store?
no. I paid. I got two. It cost me 180 quid for two of them.
Yeah, I hear you, Jonathan. Like, I recently sold my vintage Star Wars Power of the Force skiff. It was a big sale. It was $2,000, and the buyer was in Denmark, and I didn't know him. Like, it wasn't like we had previous business dealings or communication. So we're both kind of taking chances doing a $2,000 transaction over PayPal and the internet, right? So we agreed on a price, and I'm like, okay, shipping will cost like $50. I've just guessed, right? No, shipping cost me $380, but I had to ship it, so I lost money there. And he asked me, "Oh, can you mark it on the customs form, like as it's worth $20, so I don't got to pay taxes?" And I'm like, "I can't, dude. Like on this particular, I can't because I have to insure it in case something I don't know you. You could say I didn't get it, and then I'm out $2,000 or whatever, right?" So he said, "Okay, I understand." So I know he had to pay probably hundreds and hundreds of dollars in VAT.
Yeah.
And I apologize, but I mean, we both had to be protected. So he did get it. Everything was safe. It's a happy sale. So it worked out. But I mean, sometimes you can't cheat that value like that Jonathan Redmond's talking about here. Like, even if you're buying, like Amazon seems to not have to pay taxes. So I don't get that. I don't know how Amazon, like I can buy from Amazon in the States and I get no import fees. I pay my Canadian sales tax because, they legally have to do that, but I don't pay any import fees. But if I ordered from Entertainment Earth or Big Bad Toy Store or anyone else, Kmart.com, I'd have to pay import fees to my country. But how Amazon doesn't, because Amazon doesn't pay it. Like, they're not paying a separate fee to the government. Like, I think they they somehow escaped the wrath of the taxman.
Yeah, I don't know. See you, TJ. TJ says thanks for take care, all.
Later.
Cheers, TJ. What else everyone else got going on this weekend?
I've got work tomorrow, so I don't want to go.
Yeah, Jonathan, okay, I went to UPS, I went to FedEx, I went to Canada Post, the three major things. FedEx wanted $900 with it fully insured for $2,000 and everything. UPS, the brown guys, wanted like $800, so like they wanted like
Oh yeah, they're crazy.
more.
Yeah.
Canada Post only wanted $380, and the catch was I could only insure it for $1,000. It maxed out, and I'm
What?
like, I go,
That's not
what
good.
if that happens? They're like, sorry, Rick, if that happens here. So I took that risk, like, and I didn't ask the buyer to pay me another, $330 shipping. I just, I'm like, that's my bad for not getting a proper estimate before. I was just happy to make a big sale and pay off a bunch of bills last month. But yeah, it's tough, man. It's the international stuff. I understand, man. I want everyone in the world to have access to everything, but like my pins, like it cost me almost $6 to ship these in an envelope to the UK. It is double than what it cost me to ship to the US. I can't control that. I can't ship the things cheaper. Yeah, for people in this community, I'd alter the deal. Yeah, definitely. Like if it's to any of my friends,
I thought it would have cost you more to send those to the UK. To be honest,
it shouldn't cost that much. I could have sent it on a boat, and it would have probably cost me $50, but it would have took 4 months to get there, right? And
They don't even give us the boat option here in the States. It pisses me off now.
I think to get that option, land it's called, even though it doesn't go by land, it goes on water. So it's called land here, but it takes months and months. But in most cases, like if it's small enough, they'll put it on a plane. Because I've shipped stuff land, surface with Canada Post to the UK, just a big box of figures or whatever, and it showed up in like 10 days or 2 weeks. So they sometimes will put it on an airplane if it's a slow day and they got room at the back of the plane. Like I don't know this for a fact. I just know it didn't get there in 10 days on a damn boat.
Yeah. They don't even offer that anymore in the United States. It's stupid.
Yeah, you guys should have more shipping options than the Pony Express. Like I know Pirate Ship is a big
That's
one.
who I use.
In the US.
I use them. Yeah,
I use someone called Chit Chats. That's to ship my stuff to the US. I get half price that Canada Post charges me, but I have to use Canada Post for. Well, I don't have to. I choose to use Canada Post for my international and UK and Australia sales because it's the best price, and I pass those prices on to the customers or whoever, right? So
is it cheap? Is it one of those, like here in the States, it's actually cheaper to log on from your home and pay and print the shipping at home than it is to walk in the United States Post Office and pay at the counter.
Yep.
See, like I don't believe that's true from my experience. If you go, like for me, if I go to my local post office and I'm like, I want to mail this, they'll say, okay, you got these 10 options. And then you go, no, I want the cheapest option. And then secretly there's that 11th option. Like it exists. You might not be able to find it from your account unless you got like a business account. So like I've seen.
No, what I'm saying
is with like a little old lady goes in there with a letter. She's like, I just want to mail this letter.
I'm saying apples to
apples.
apples.
It's going to cost you $25 airmail.
No, I'm saying
That's
apples to apples. Like if you're at home on your computer and you put in, I want this to go priority mail 2 days, they'll charge you $12 online, and you can pay it and print it out. If you walk in and you go, I want this to go priority mail 2 days, in the post, they'll charge you $18 for it.
That's weird.
For the same exact post thing. Yeah.
It's like they're pushing you to do it online.
Yes, they don't.
Instead of
they want to
employees,
They want to get rid of the employees. Yeah, they definitely do.
Pirate Ship gives you a pretty good deal, and then this year there's like a surcharge because it's the holidays and it's busier if you go USPS.
Wow.
Nice, Gilster. You're saying Zuckus
So,
or
$3 or $4
the other guy. They showed up.
$4 package is like $7 right now.
Wow.
Yeah, and I know you guys in the States, you can ship to other people in the States for like $4, can't you?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
or $6.
I got to send a parcel down to Dave. I got him a wee Christmas present and a wee thank you present for helping us out with the live streams all year.
Oh yeah.
In
Canada, the most expensive place I can ship to from Canada is fucking Canada. It's absolutely ridiculous. Like the cheapest option, like if I send one figure, like so let's say example, one toy this size to anyone in Canada, you can be in Toronto, you can be in Tuktoyaktuk, you can be in Regina, Saskatchewan. The minimum is $25 minimum.
Wow.
Minimum to send any package, any size. That includes a bubble mailer.
Wow.
That's not documents. So like I send all my packages. Well, not all of them. Most of my stuff goes on a nice bubble mailer, which they cost me about $1. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I can't buy these thousands of times because I don't have room to store them. So they tell me, they're like, you can only ship documents in here. I'm like, yeah, it's documents when it's it's a pin, because you're not supposed to sell merchandise or things that aren't papers and Christmas cards in the mail, like without paying $25. So you never know. One day it might completely change my whole business how I ship because they're gonna you can no longer ship Enamelian falcons in the mail. Oh, go away.
Yeah.
What else you guys got going on this weekend? I know it's Saturday. We got one more day in this glorious.
I've just got to get through the next 3 days, and then I'm on holiday. But I'm looking forward to next weekend, next Saturday, because me and the nephew's going to a toy fair. So I'm hoping to find some goodies.
Oh, is that today or tomorrow?
That's next week. Next Saturday, a week of the day.
Cool. Yeah, I saw Matt was talking about like a Star Wars something coming up. Like, is that the same toy fair? And are you in Ireland or where?
I'm Scotland.
You're in Scotland. Excuse my ignorance of accents.
It's all right. A lot of folk think I'm from Ireland. I don't know why.
And Sasquatch.
You're right. The cheapest option in Canada is actually called Courier Beaver, where they just duct tape your package to an actual beaver, and they just send it on its way. And if it makes it, it makes it. If it doesn't make it, whatever.
And there's Sasquatch to deal with up there. All the people in the United States have scared them out, and they've gone north.
Yeah, Sasquatch only delivers between Washington State and British Columbia, though. He has a tight little, area he likes to hang out in. Maybe up to Alaska too. He'll go up there, just get up in the mountains a little bit.
So in Scotland, we just put them onto pigeons, man. It's easier.
So I've never met a Sasquatch, but I'm a true believer of all things Bigfoot.
I dated a couple.
I don't stay in the States, but I believe there's a Bigfoot.
I didn't tell her that though.
I just think, man, if aliens are real, which aliens are real, Bigfoot's got to be real too. Bigfoots are real.
Like everybody that's, because I'm Scottish, everybody says, "Do you believe in the Loch Ness monster?" Hell yeah, I believe there's something in that.
We have an Ogopogo in British Columbia,
which
is the same species as the Loch Ness monster, apparently.
Wendigos or something like that.
We have a champ. We have champ in Lake Champlain, right? Like
you do. Yeah. So I've never seen a mythical creature that I know of, like one of these Bigfoots and Sasquatch, whatnot. But I'll be honest, what I have seen one time, and it is in this community I live in. I was coming home, I guess dusk. Dusk is like 6 or 7 at night when the sun's just went down. And I was coming home from the grocery store, walking across this parking lot. It was quite dark, a couple of street lights in the parking lot. And then all of a sudden I just you can see this shadow go over me, like that kind of made a huge shadow. And I'm not kidding. It was a
Mothman?
It was a man-sized flying thing. It wasn't like
you saw the Mothman.
It wasn't like a crow or a seagull, because the shadow was like freaking 8 feet wide. And I'm like, what the hell was that? Like, it's not an airplane, because airplanes don't fly like at 20 feet above my head. And like, because it went under like the street light, like lights are like 30 feet up or 20 feet up. Yeah. It went under that. So it cast this shadow. And I'm like, what the hell was that? And it was just gone. It was just,
wow.
So they're real, man.
I was convinced when I was a kid that I was out. I grew up on a farm in upstate New York, and I was out by the barn late at night, and I heard this like something take off from the roof of the barn, and I could hear its wings flapping. I heard the woof of the wings. Really? And I looked up to see what it was, but I couldn't catch it. And I just saw this like white streak, and it made a neighing sound. It went like nay or something like that. And I was like, what the hell? Was that a Pegasus? Did I just see Pegasus? Fly over my head. And so I ran in the house and I told my mom, I was like, I think I just saw a Pegasus. I heard the wings flap and it made a neigh sound, like almost like a horse. And then she told me that barn owls actually sound a lot like horses when they make out their noise. And if the barn owl, if I scared it and it took off, it might have flew right over my head, and that's why I heard the wings flap. So unfortunately, I was probably a barn owl. But as a kid, I was
like research. Like your mom explained something, and now you have
killed Pegasus sales that year.
Yeah. So when I got home that night, I actually went on Google and YouTube, and I'm like, okay, like what birds fly around at night? Like, and literally owls are like the only kind of bird, winged creature that is a night bird. Like crows, they go burrow. Like robins or eagles. They go sleep at night. They go in a tree and they cuddle or they do whatever they do. They don't fly around at night. Even bald eagles. Like we have all the bald eagles here. I see them every day, like circling from miles above, and they're looking for like a little mouse or whatever. Yeah. They're getting dived by crows and stuff, and you can see how much bigger these eagles are than the crows. But I looked, there's no winged creatures that fly at night in Canada besides snow owls and barn owls and
but even the biggest owl
that I know of. So
even the biggest owl is a great horned owl. It wouldn't appear to be like 20 feet long. You know what I mean? Like
this would be crazy, man. Like I'm all for the mythical creatures.
You saw the Mothman. That's what I think.
Yeah, because that's the only you hear about these, the boogeyman or ape squatch or all these different names. They have these different creatures, and they have them in Georgia. They got them
Jersey Devil.
The Jersey Devil.
It was the Jersey Devil.
Skunk ape is another.
Yeah, that's down here in Florida.
But
Florida has the skunk ape.
There's another flying one that I was Googling and looking them all up, and I'm like, ooh, these are so cool. And now my YouTube algorithm, every second video is like Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Bigfoot. 100,000 ghosts, Bigfoot. It's Junkman, Bigfoot. It's all. It's
if you want proof of alien life on Earth, just look up people of Walmart. Pretty much cement it for you.
I love my eagles. My dad was a huge eagle fan. I got a bunch of eagle statues and stuff up here. And a wolf.
Nice. Timber.
Check out my TikTok video for cool wolf TikTok.
Timber.
Yeah, I know. I just missed doing that from a couple of weeks ago, man.
I just saw the new set with the white timber.
Yeah, there's a white one. Yeah.
For $80.
Oh, geez.
I'm like, God damn! I just want a little doggy. Because I got the Snake Eyes. Snake Eyes is a cool figure. Like I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
I like it better than the first four versions they released.
That's the Commando one. Yeah.
Yeah, and look how many paint apps are on it.
Yeah.
One. That little G.I. Joe logo. That's it.
That's pretty cool.
So I think I'm gonna paint his visor silver. Because
there you go. Yeah.
My Snake Eyes.
You can do what you want, yeah.
He's silver. And I think Connor's not in the chat, but that's a silencer, right? The
little thing on the end. Yeah.
Because it was a separate piece, and I'm like, wow, my first Snake Eyes didn't even come with a gun. It just came with a couple of knives, I think. So yeah, I'm happy with it. I've got three Joes now. I got 3 Joes now. I got the guy that holds Eagly.
Spirit and Freedom.
Spirit and Freedom.
Yeah.
Snake you guys do any vintage G.I. Joe?
And then the white ninja
I
guy, he's just a very cool ninja figure. And now I see everyone's getting all these other different colored ninjas. And
there you go.
But I only got them because they were cheap.
Yeah. Look online for them.
Yeah.
Man, I had trouble selling that guy.
He's cheap though.
Destro and Snake Eyes.
I sold that. I was so pissed off they made those first wave of Joes that didn't look like anything they made before. All Nerf. I can't believe I bought them. I was suckered in.
Well, that roadblock is roadblock 2 from the vintage line. It's the second roadblock, which not a lot of people collected, so they don't know him that much.
Oh, okay.
Which guy was the sailor?
3 or 4 different roadblocks.
Shipwreck. That's right.
Yeah,
it's been so long.
I got him last year.
Oh, cool!
Toy Fair, and that was the only one they had. So I wanted to have classified.
They're probably just in there keeping warm, right? G, like you don't breed rats in your shed.
No, they were just hanging out.
The only thing I don't like is the futuristic rifle thing that he's got.
Yeah, he should have had he still should have had a machine gun, not a railgun future thing.
I have a lot of the Fortnite, the McFarlane Fortnite stuff. So I'm hoping
I've been corrected by G-Force. I don't want to get gunned down for miswording. So it's called a suppressor, not a silencer.
Oh, there you go. Yeah,
and
you're right.
And the little thing in the bottom, it's not called a clip.
It's a magazine.
It's called a magazine. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
If you wanted drama amongst
fight
the
with gun
neighborhood
guys.
kids, when I was a kid, we'd all have the Millennium Falcon, and then here comes the kid with the G.I. Joe, the jet.
Sky Striker,
yeah. You talk about drama. It's like, who the hell is this kid
Did
think
you beat up that kid?
Nah.
No. That kid was Scuba Pete, wasn't it?
He was
And
cool.
became friends.
He was a cool kid for a minute because he had the new shiny,
Yeah, there's
I think the
one.
wings popped out or something when you pressed something.
There's one childhood friend that he's a friend of mine on Facebook that I still have communication with. Like childhood. When I mean like elementary school before I moved out here to British Columbia. And he was also like a mild celebrity and a television star back in grade 6 and 7 in Ottawa. And I know because he was like a TV star, he had a little bit of TV bucks. He had all the fucking toys, all of them, all the toys. That's why he was one.
Did he have the aircraft
to hang
carrier?
out with. Like, oh, you got like 2 AT-ATs and 10 stormtroopers. Let's go to your house and play. Like, yeah, I hope to have him on one day, man, because he's all grown up now and he's teaching kids how to do karate and all that fun stuff.
There's a toy store. There's a show on not Netflix, Amazon Prime, and it kind of just showcases toy stores. And there's one in Indiana.
Toy store near you.
Yeah, and it's called Kokomo Toys. And I went in there this past spring, and they had the huge G.I. Joe, the ship, the aircraft carrier.
The flag.
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
That thing's gigantic. And sitting on top of it was the Naboo Royal Starfighters, like 3 of them.
Yeah,
you
like park 3
I
of them.
put my grills in my face anymore. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I've never seen one of those in person out of a box. I've only seen gigantic. A box like at a toy store.
It's 5 feet.
Yeah,
it's 5 feet.
Yeah, there's a funny story. Kenny just turned the.
Oh, you're gonna pull out a flag?
I thought he was gonna have one. Oh, I love that walker
we were talking about this one weekend.
Yeah.
I just wanted to go to the boot sale on that same weekend and found this. And now every time we talk about stuff, it's like he keeps talking about the flag, and it's like I don't think the flag actually was popular over here. But I says if I ever did find a flag at a boot sale, I say I'm retiring.
Well, would the flag have ever even been available in the UK? Like, because
I don't know.
It would have been under the Action Force brand, wouldn't it?
Was there that many made?
By Palatoy?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless there was something like that for Action Force, but
because I know
will be able to tell you that better than
Europe would have had some American released G.I. Joe figures, I believe, but not like everything. Just maybe there was a 5-year period where they got a bunch of American.
It's the same with the kind of place set. We never really go that over here.
Because I can't even confirm we had the flag available in Canada. I'm pretty sure it was, because I have seen them at toy shows. I'm sure they could have been from the States, but I mean, in Canada we did get almost every toy that the US had. And in our G.I. Joes, the coolest thing about our vintage G.I. Joe toys is they all had Canada flags. So like all like the G.I. Joe headquarters I remember having, the Killer Whale hovercraft. The Ski-Doo, the Snow Job and his Ski-Doo all had cool Canada flag stickers, and that was the best part, was putting on the Canada flag stickers, because you're like, yeah, G.I. Joe's Canadian, eh? But Snow Job must be Canadian. Come on.
Oh yeah.
So if they ever do make a class, well, they have to.
Some of the guys work from Canada. Yeah,
I just looked
classified Snow Job with the snowmobile. What's it called? It has a name, right?
The Polar Battle Bear.
The Polar Bear. I hope it has Canadian flags on it, even for the Americans.
I just looked that up. The flag, it says it was released in 1985 for $110.
Wow.
So $110. I think it's 5 times, so maybe $400 or $500.
Well, it's around 1,000 now. Yeah.
No, but I mean, currency evaluation.
Oh yeah. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
I'm thinking it's about 4 or 5 times the difference.
Yeah.
$100 back then's a lot. Like, what was maybe the Imperial Shuttle by Kenner in the 84 was probably like $30 or $40 like that, and that was top of the line pricing, because things with batteries started coming out and like radio controls, and that would, these prices would go up $10 and $15, and then you'd have to go spend a couple bucks on batteries, to make them all work.
It's kind of funny because my brother, he stays in Inverness because he's in the army. But he come down a couple of weekends ago, and when we come down, we always talk about the good old days when we were kids, what we had. Because when he comes in here, man, a lot of this is this nostalgia for him. And it's like, oh, you've managed to get Castle Grayskull. Goes, it's not the origin one. It's not the original one. It's the origin one. And then we kind of were looking, we were Googling, and back when we were kids, you could pick up Castle Grayskull for 35 quid. Now it goes for fucking triple that.
But speaking of Kokomo, I am aware, and I love Kokomo toys. They
probably have 50
they sent out of the blue, just totally out of the blue. They watched one of my YouTube videos on some vintage G.I. Joe stuff.
Yeah.
And they out of the blue, they just sent me a free box with a bunch of parts to the various G.I. Joe vehicles I needed. So they were like, "We know you need these parts. Here you go." And they gave me a big Kokomo pamphlet to show because I
it is compared to kids.
I know. Yeah, I met the owners when I walked in because I asked them if I could film a video while I was in there, and they were open to it. Let me check out everything in the cabinets, and
so this is a great picture.
I love Kokomo. I just think
another
great.
Picture from Toy Traders in Langley. So this is all up on the ceiling, or the top half of the wall. So this is like 10 feet off the ground, and then it starts. So there's 2 flags here. So what are flags, like 8-10 feet long?
7 feet, about 7 feet. Yeah.
So here's 2 of them side by side. So these are vintage flags on display in the store.
Not only that, but they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 terradromes on each side. There's 12 terradromes there to make that tower.
Wow.
Yeah, so as a vintage toy fan, you guys really it's a sight to see this store. Like I said, vintage G.I. Joe, vintage Star Wars, like all the planes. Like, why have one plane when you can have 20 planes?
Yeah.
It's just so badass, man. And then the Marvel Legends fans, you'll get a kick out of like 50 feet of buildings with all the Marvel Legends scale and 7-inch scale and custom made Galacticus and just badassery, man, in all levels. So highly recommend it if you're ever in, Vancouver, Canada. Check out Toy. Oh, I thought that was still sharing.
Lack is here.
Lack Attack, what's going on? So Lack's been getting up early, making 30-minute, hour-long videos that are kind of fun to watch in the afternoon after you had a wobbly pop or two.
Yeah, I just need one rattler. They've got 20 rattlers hanging from the ceiling. I just need one that's in good shape.
Cool. I rarely see them in the wild. If I saw one, I'd pick it up. It was a cool one when I was a kid.
Whenever I see them, they're broken. That's the problem. The one I had as a kid was perfectly mint. It was beautiful. It got lost in the move. I mean, not a single thing on it was broken or stressed or anything. And now every time I find one, they're stressed, they're broken, there's
my tribute to Lack. I gotta have a hat.
Vintage.
There we go. Tribute to hat.
Did France beat whatever country they were playing? The UK or London? Is that and did London have a team in the World Cup?
They did.
Isn't London a city? Am I wrong? Like, London is a city, right?
Yes.
So how does a city...
England was like, we've got Team Scotland, when Scotland has their own individual teams throughout Scotland, but the main one is that you have your Scottish team, that's just one team, your national team. England's the same, Wales is the same, Ireland's the same. Yeah,
because in the World Cup right now, who's playing? It's France and London, or France and England?
France and England.
So it is England. It's not London. Because I'm a little more confused too. Because is Wales a city, or is Wales an actual country?
It's a separate part of the UK, really.
It's like a province or something, right? Or territory.
Yeah, they're like their own.
But they're not. Though. They are.
It's like their own. Like for you guys, easier with saying like where you're having your different states. It's like Scotland's like a state. You've got England. It's like their own kind of thing, and then Wales is no longer. It's got theirs.
They make up the kingdom.
Like Lack's saying, England is England, but the UK is made up of 3 or 4 places that are the United Kingdoms. You know?
Yeah, with like a continent, like
five,
like North America. I get that. I always thought Wales was like a district in England because that's where my family heritage is. It's Welsh.
It is its own country. It's I mean,
delicious.
They will say it's its own country. Oh, here comes rum. We'll get the rum take on it. Rum pops in just in time to give us the English rules here. Okay, yeah.
He missed the Sasquatch talk.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to rewind and watch. We found Bigfoot and
aliens.
We actually showed everyone photographic and video evidence that he is real.
And these are actually Teslas.
There you go.
They're going to be out next year from Tesla.
Yeah.
When's that truck coming out? The Tesla.
Oh, this is it.
The Lego truck or whatever.
The new truck. Yeah, he's just going to push the. I'm staggered by
for the new movies.
As Scottish, it's of course it is.
Staggered.
So will the next Back to the Future movie that they haven't announced or made yet, instead of a DeLorean, are they going to use the Tesla truck?
Yeah,
that's my pick. Why not? Pick the Tesla truck.
If they do another one, I kind of like the last Ghostbusters movie, how they brought in the older stuff with the new.
Yeah,
I thought that was kind of well done.
I might have shed one tear.
I just it was like a cool tribute to the guy, and then also it was just well done. And if they did something like that Back to the Future, it'd probably be pretty good. But I don't know. Is it a reboot? I haven't heard of this.
Oh no, I'm inventing stuff.
I gotcha. I'm sure somebody's got that on there.
They should have.
The idea
10 years ago, they should have made
it's like a couple of years ago. They were talking about bringing Gremlins back, and I've never heard anything.
Good. Yeah, there is Gremlins. I believe it's going to be a series on one of the streaming.
I could see that. Yeah.
Paramount or whoever owns it, Universal, which is all owned by Disney now, isn't it? I don't know.
The thing with
I believe they are making a Gremlins something.
Yeah, but the thing with Back to the Future at this point wouldn't be able to really do it with it because you can't really get because I mean Michael J. Fox just can't act anymore, right? Because of his condition, and then
I don't know. He did have a
that he can take a medication
3 years, but I agree. He's not the same actor as he used to be. I love him to death, but there's no reason why he can't be recast or.
They could
do
something like they did with
Marty's son or something, right? Like it's Or
and isn't
Doc Brown's kids' name, Jules and Vern? Like they tried to do something with cartoons and books where Jules and Vern's were the.
I was just going to say that. I remember when I was a kid, they had the Back to the Future cartoon. They could kind of base it on that. It's their kids that take over the roles of the parents kind of thing.
Well, technically, Rick and Morty is still Back to the Future. I mean, that's what it started.
He could very well play an older version of his dad sitting in a chair in the living room.
Exactly.
And then just have him,
we quickly talked about Willow the first minute of the show, but I didn't bring this up. Like, I don't know how many episodes there are, 12, or if it's 6 only.
I've seen the first one.
I have a feeling and a strong inkling and a left coast theory. The final episode, we'll see Val Kilmer because why?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They had him in the Top Gun movie, and they digitized.
Of course, and that's the only reason that movie was freaking good. Like, if he wasn't in that movie, it would have been trash.
But they made it work,
So they did I think they did a really good job in Top Gun, and they paid good respect to Val Kilmer and really let him. I bet he was overjoyed to be playing that part because
they did digitize the speech. That wasn't him.
Well, that was his son.
But it was great how it worked out.
That was his son. I don't know if you saw that. There's a documentary called Val.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
that was really good.
Freaking brilliant.
Yeah.
And it was that his son was narrating the whole thing.
What's up, Brian?
And he sounds just like his dad, and it's really amazing that. That's just something that it just worked out that way. Like, even if he didn't sound like it, it probably still would have been a fantastic documentary, but it worked so good, man. It's interesting to learn about, these icons, celebrities, actors, musicians that we grew up with and we idolize and we're fans of. Like just a couple weeks ago, Christina Applegate, got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Yeah.
And she has MS now, multiple sclerosis.
Mm-hmm.
And she can no longer really walk or stand. And I'm like, I didn't know this. Like,
she was on a series on Netflix.
It's
she
not
said
something
that
that she shares on
she
social
said
media
she's
every
done.
day. That she's
that show's not coming back. Then I was hoping we
she did a new season of a show she was on Netflix.
On Netflix.
And she said that was
Kill Me
that's
Now, or
that's the last one.
she's retired. Yeah.
Yeah, I forget what it's called. It's a fantastic series. Something about someone
Is it
being
Dead to Me or something like that?
Yeah, I've been loving it. It's a great series. Yeah.
Yeah, but I just saw it on Entertainment Tonight, like a little clip on YouTube. I'm like, whoa, like she's sick. Like I had no idea. Like I don't keep up with the celeb gossip and whatnot. But yeah, it's scary, man. And Val Kilmer, like I kind of didn't know he was, the throat cancer or whatever caused his illness to not be able to speak anymore. I didn't really know that until I saw that documentary, and it just shed a whole new light on what life would be like, because you can be blind, you can be deaf, or accidents happen, or maybe you're born disabled. But for me, as a fairly healthy adult male, I can't imagine living with some of these disabilities. That I guess it's a disability if you can't speak anymore.
Well, what I thought was great was that, like, could you imagine being in that point where, because I know for years when people saw Val Kilmer out at places like at conventions or somewhere, he was always saying, like, I'd love to bring back Willow. I think it'd be great if we did something in the Willow universe. And then this thing happens to you and you can't speak. And now you're like, oh, crap, I can't act. I can't do what I've done most of my life. And then Tom Cruise comes along and says, I don't care. We can make it work. And he sticks you in Top Gun. And the thing you love doing, you can suddenly do again.
Yeah. Of course.
And they did it well.
A day's work or however they figured it out. Like,
I don't know who they had do it, but they had the voice actor. It was kind of a whisper. Anyway. And it just worked.
Yeah.
They used the disability in a way towards the character, right? Which it worked out good. Like, I don't think they can do that same thing with Willow, where he's
I do think we're going to see him. But I do think we're going to see him. I think you're right, Rick.
I think so too. They brought him up several times.
Well, they show him at the intro. I mean, it's not a spoiler. The opening 30
big
seconds.
Indian guy is kind of like he's kind of knows what happens to him, because he keeps asking, "Well, where's my dad? What happened to my dad?" And he keeps trying to tell a story, and they get interrupted by other dialogue that's apparently more important. But twice he was telling her a story of her dad, and then he got interrupted. I'm like, damn you, storytelling. So I spilled iced tea all over my floor. It'll be sticky later. Oh.
But I saw that making of for Top Gun, like how they did it, and they actually had the actors, they had to have them sign on that they would go up in the planes and do the acting in the plane, so they get the real reaction to them hitting those G-forces and things. And when I heard about that, and that a lot of those effects were practical effects, they weren't just CG on the screen. It was like real. They really shot these planes.
No, and
it made me think
Tom Cruise actually flew those.
Yeah, he does.
Planes.
Yeah, he flew.
They let him fly the F-14. The old one.
He knows how to fly.
But they won't let him fly the newer ones because he's a nut. He does stuff. So he got.
But it makes me wonder.
All the footage they said was Tom Cruise flying around in a fucking like Tomcat or whatever it was.
Yeah. But it makes me wonder. He's doing a movie. They okayed him to go to the space station and do a movie in space. And it makes me think, like, okay, if they let him do this with the jets, what the hell is he going to do when he gets to space? Like, what kind of crazy crap is this guy going to come up with that's going to blow our minds? And it's going to be the first time we've ever seen it.
The next launch. The next SpaceX launch. Here, we got a couple more Teslas going.
Yeah.
The brownies.
No brownies yet. Good point. The little brownie guys.
They're going to end up with their own series probably.
Because it's cool, because those look like the same actors from the 80s as well, which is, I think there's a couple more of that to come. Like, we've seen 3 or 4, right? There's more to come. I'm digging it.
Willow's daughter was the same daughter that was in the original movie.
Yes, that's his daughter in real life.
Oh, was it? Really?
I met her, Celebration. She was at the table with him.
Oh, cool.
Nice. Because she's acted in some other stuff. so she's taking on Dad's kind of career in a way.
What's
So
the guy's name that plays Willow?
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis. Sorry, I forgot.
And I believe
he was only 17 when he shot
as
that.
well, because I think I remember her.
Oh yeah, he was like
17.
a 9 or 10-year-old kid in Return of the Jedi, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was 11. He was 17.
11? Yeah,
he was 17 when he did Willow, and he's playing a father.
Hey, Mother, how you doing?
And he was only supposed to be an Ewok. Kenny Baker was 6, so they put him in.
That's
Kenny
right.
Baker.
Yeah.
Actually,
R2.
I think there is scenes with Kenny Baker in the Wicket uniform.
Yeah,
but almost all of them, like 95%, are Warwick Davis, because
it's just cool how he got.
Kenny Baker did get ill, and they're like, we can't film anymore.
Right.
So put the kid in there. No one will notice.
Right.
We pay him half the price.
I've seen him at a number of different conventions, and he tells a story of it was his grandmother, I think he said, right, that took him down there when she read about the auditions or something.
Yeah,
and he was just like, I want to try this. Let's do it. And she took him down to meet George, and they just used him for the Ewoks, and then Kenny, I guess, got sick, so they used him for Wicket, and it worked out. Yeah.
Such a gentleman too. Like, I remember waiting in line to meet him in Celebration. I'm all nervous, and I'm like, "Oh my god, it's freaking Wicket!" Like, it's.
And I think he's hilarious too.
It's all those things. And I got up there, and I'm like, "Dad, like, what do you?" Like, every time I wait in the line and get all this anticipation, and you want to say something or bow or whatever, and you're just like wiping.
There's one person I want to meet is
freaking. I love meeting people like that, man. It blows me away. It's weird that I get like that, meeting a lifelong celebrity that you've always loved and adored and stuff like that. So it's cool. Like, we got the Fan Expo, our big Vancouver convention, coming up early February, and they've started to announce guests. Sometimes they're good, and sometimes they suck balls. Sometimes it's just all like the cast of the Flash and the Arrow, and that's it. And they all live here anyway, so like they didn't reach far to get like all the cast from the Flash on a Vancouver frickin' convention. But I've met many of my favorite people at this Fan Expo. Carrie Fisher, David Prowse, Jeremy Bullock. All three of them passed away shortly after I met them too. So
you're the curse.
Don't let that scare you away, actors. Please.
You're the curse.
But
I meet Rick and die.
That still live. Billy D. Williams still lives. Young Boba Fett, Anthony. So they've announced this year's Anthony Daniels is the first big Star Wars name they've announced, and I have met him. Honored to meet him. I'm definitely going to go meet him again and give him some of my artwork. So I'm assuming also that because she's allowed, that Gina Carano will come up, because in the past, I
could see her getting her job back.
As a person who's not vaccinated, they weren't allowed to cross borders and stuff in the past. So I really hope, I would love to meet her, man, and other things, but meeting her would be a start. But yeah, I want to give this to Anthony Daniels.
There you go. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Because I like buying my 8x10s and getting them to sign it, and if they can, personalize it. But I also like giving them artwork. If I've made artwork of them, I also like, here, take my artwork, please. And if you feel obliged, sign one for me. And then sometimes I don't have to pay for 2 autographs. Actually, never have I yet paid for 2 autographs, and it's always worked. So, man, I can't wait, man. I want to meet Emily Swallow, because I've communicated with her and sent her some pins and stuff, and she's such a nice lady. She sent me like voice messages and video calls, and I'm just like, oh my god, I got a message from the armor herself, right? Or is it Omega? We'll see. We'll find out. Season 3 of the Mando.
I'll never buy into that. Yeah.
How could you not buy into it?
That's just not possible.
Feasible. It's so feasible that a strong female Mandalorian type character could be, who is also Boba Fett's sister, and the same age, if not a couple of years younger, could be one of these adult female strong Mandalorian type characters. Like, come on.
You know what? That's a good theory, Rick, because that would be awesome if it's true.
I think she's that female Tusken though, and that's.
I actually don't think we've seen her as an adult because I think they have a plan with Omega that's the same as what they did with Ahsoka. They're trying to turn her into the next Ahsoka. So what they're going to do is they're going to make us grow up with Omega as she grows up in Bad Batch. And then later on down the road, they'll show her as an adult.
Here's why I
fit right into the
Here's
timeline.
why I disagree, and no offense at all to my Aussie friends. I just don't think they're gonna ever have Omega as an adult, unless it's the Tusken Warrior. I'm like, she can't be the armor because she doesn't have the Aussie accent, so she's not the armor. Originally I'm like, she's the armor, just to go viral on the interweb. So I do think she's the Tusken female warrior who's not dead. And I just don't think they're going to have there's an Ahsoka show and there's a Boba Fett show. I don't think they're going to have an Omega show with an adult Aussie female actor as the lead. I don't see Lucasfilm going that route. I don't know why. It just doesn't seem, her accent is very strong. Like Baz, I'm a Canadian and you have a very strong accent to me. Like, I do understand you. And I appreciate it and love everyone's accents. But I mean, there's people with less skills than me who don't understand the word you're saying. Like, I'm being straight up honest. Sometimes you need a translator droid.
That's all right. I get used to it.
I love it though. I wish I could.
Yeah, but tell Jonathan we thought Boba was dead for 30 years too. So
we did. And now Boba, they
the magic of television
too, didn't they?
They don't have to go with the hard accent. They could just say this is how she grew up.
True, because they
can just present her as that, and there she is.
Boba Fett's voice from the Empire to be Jeremy, not to be Morris's voice with the Australian accent. So it changed. It didn't really change that scene in Empire too much. He had a couple of lines because it's still behind the helmet. And we get the idea.
Put Captain Solo in the cargo hold. It's like
now it's gruff Captain Solo, and now it's different. Yeah. They changed it, right? So it'd be weird if they did that for Omega and the armor have.
Well, I have the theory that Mando has the pike that Phasma owns, and I think Phasma either found it by his dead body or killed him.
Oh, that steel stick?
Yeah, that's made out of Beskar. It's the Beskar pike because Ahsoka took it from the woman that she killed and gave it to him.
I just hope Ahsoka dies.
I doubt that's what'll happen, but that's just my theory on that pike.
She does have a similar pike. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think she took it from Mando.
Beskar,
because everything's about taking something from somebody. You got the dark saber. People gloss over the fact that Palpatine actually won that saber in combat against Darth Maul, and then it just falls down the ladder, and then they just show up on TV and say,
"Is she dead? Did they show?"
Hey, here's the part of the story where it was given to her.
The only dead body I saw that
she melted it down for Grogu, right?
The chieftain. They showed him.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah. The problem is,
and they didn't.
The problem is when they were putting all the staffs on the fire,
we can't believe the books. We have to only.
They put her staff on the fire. Her gaffy stick went on the fire.
Because when she was kidnapped, they didn't take her. She didn't get to bring her weapon with her. Like
you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to.
Who gets kidnapped and gets to bring their weapon with them? Like
but I think you're supposed to assume they all died. But you're right. We didn't actually see her dead body. We just saw her weapon. So but I
mean, he's right. What he's saying about the pipe getting melted down.
He did. Yeah,
it's just my theory. It's just a fun theory to say.
But he did exactly that, right? Like he's like, here's my donation to the foundling and
yeah.
But I still think Boba Fett is the last mythosaur that the armor spoke of in season 2 of The Mandalorian. Whenever she had that speech with Mando, she mentioned it, and above her toolbox was that mythosaur skull logo that we know from.
What's she telling me has to do below the waters of? Mandalore?
Yeah, so the armor has something to do with Boba Fett that we don't know yet because she is like from the same clan.
Suddenly knew a lot about Jedi too.
Yes,
after not knowing anything.
Why does Boba Fett wear the mythosaur? Like we've never been explained that in canon. Why Boba Fett has a mythosaur helmet and why
I think Mando's going to go
Even
down
on
there and
his new
find
armor,
one.
when he repainted his armor, he still's got the Mythosaur logo.
Yeah.
Why? Like
I think Mando's going to go down there and find one and ride it
comics. There's no comics that are canon that explain that. Like I think Johto cast and those previous stories are legends. So
legends now. Yeah.
Grogu might say a few words, but
and it may be all 100% accurate when they eventually, tell us in this upcoming Mando show, which I think they will, because I think Boba Fett will be a big part of this season 3 of Mando. I think for sure he will.
Yeah.
Because I don't think there's going to be a Boba Fett season 2, but I think the Mandoverse continues with all the cool characters. And who is freaking Christopher Lloyd going to play? Like the rumor is he's the old Mandalorian guy. Like, fuck, I can't wait to see what his character is. He's such a cool guy.
Darth Fester.
Yeah,
he was Uncle Fester back in the day.
I have to binge the new Wednesday show. I've only heard good things about it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. Yeah.
And I love all the actors and actresses in it. Like the girl is a dead ringer for a young Christina Ricci. Like just a ringer.
It's cool that she's actually in it too.
Yes,
I think it's her project, right? Like she's directing it too, or something.
Probably in a producer,
something like that.
Thing. Yeah. I really, really think he might have missed the boat by not throwing Johnny Depp in there somehow at his height of popularity. The man that he is, right? Like I'm a huge Johnny Depp fan, and
it is a little surprising since Tim Burton did the first 4 episodes.
Tim Burton. Yeah. I think he's like the head producer. Like his
name's
baby in a way. But
I think he actually directs. I think he actually directs the first 4, and then the last part is directed by someone from the CW. And you can tell the difference because it switches at some point, and you can tell that there's a little bit of CW thrown in at the last few episodes.
Mando Jim.
See, I don't. Is that from the Johto cast story where Django killed the Mythosaur? See, what I'm referring to is when the armor has this nice speech dialogue. She's like, "Oh, the last Mythosaur will rise." I don't think she's actually talking about an actual dinosaur creature rising from extinction. I think she means the last person that part of the Mythosaur clan will rise and be the lorder of all Mandalore, which I believe is Boba Fett, not Mando.
Well, I'm really curious about the whole thing because they will follow whoever has the Darksaber, and that does mean that Mando has to either fight what's her face or
you see him going to her in the trailer,
or he's going to fight
could
Boba
be a dream,
Fett,
though.
like you said, and Boba Fett's going to take the sword and rise it up, and so but
if
when they fight for that sword, do they have to? They don't have to die necessarily, right?
Right. They just have to yield.
They just lose the fight. Okay.
Because I think when Darth Maul got it, Vizsla was trying to yield, and he killed him anyway.
He killed him anyways, yeah.
And Moff Gideon won it from someone. We don't
know.
Yeah.
What happened next was that Maul had his brother that they resurrected. So they both tried to take on the Emperor.
A little bit of a spoiler alert. I don't know if it's true, but the rumors are that Moff Gideon will be donning Mandalorian armor in season 3 of Mando. Like I think he actually kind of leaked it in an interview, and because he's good at spoiling shit.
He gets some Beskar armor, I've heard.
Oh, it's like a disguise or something.
So maybe that means he is a Mandalorian of some kind, right? Like,
no, I think he just gets. I think he said something like he gets Beskar armor to fight Mando.
I think he gets a Mando helmet with freaking horns on it. You think
he'll get the whole deal? You think he'll have the whole deal?
And here's another thing about Omega. So when the armor says the last Mythosaur, wouldn't if Omega's alive, and Boba Fett's alive, then there's 2 Mythosaurs. I don't know.
They may not use.
Part of me thinks that Omega's not alive only because the armor mentions the last Mythosaur, and I believe she's talking about a person.
Mark, Star Wars is about Sasquatch.
Hey, what's going on, Blue Harvest Toys? Mark, how you doing? Did France win the soccer match? Is it called a match?
Guys, I gotta bail out.
Cheers, Ed. Yeah, we're about to shut down here.
See you, Brett. Yeah.
Nice to talk to you guys for the first time. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, you too, Ed.
And
Pleasure to meet you. And
yeah, you
thanks
too,
for
man.
stopping by.
We'll see you guys around, and I'll be inviting you guys on my stuff too.
Awesome,
That'd be
buddy.
cool. Yeah.
Take care, man.
Please subscribe to Ed's channel. If Rolando's
Yeah.
still here and you can post a link, it would be greatly appreciated.
Collecting
Cheers. Have a
with
good weekend,
cool.
Ed. Tamura did an interview when he said he wasn't happy with how Boba was handled in Book of Boba Fett, so maybe some proper Mando season 2 levels of badass. I think guaranteed. Like,
Yeah.
I don't see why people got the hate for Boba Fett. Like, the only thing I didn't like about the Boba Fett show are the exact same things I don't like about the Kenobi show, is that it's the lowest budget Lucasfilm project ever fucking made. Like, rent a freaking studio or go outside, buy a second camera. I don't know why Book of Boba Fett and Obi-Wan were so much lower budget than Willow, than Mandalorian, than Hawkeye, than Moon, than every other product that Disney made for television. It seems like Obi-Wan and Boba Fett were just half the budget. It really
I know a lot of people when they're happy with the speeder bikes and the Boba Fett.
Oh, that was bad. They were so slow. They were so slow, though. That was like the slowest chase scene ever done.
And they were colored like they're the Power Rangers. You know,
that I don't mind that. I like the way they look. I don't care about any of that. It's just the chase scene was like a slow motion, like it just didn't make any sense.
We're gonna get a little more video game tie-in now, I believe, in more of the live upcoming. So this new Jedi Survivor trailer, I watched that a couple of times. So the first time I watched that trailer, there was a man in a bacta tank with long blonde hair. Now it's a woman. So I don't know how she got boobs. The trailer, they changed something in the trailer. But it's going to connect with the Bad Batch somehow, because the Bad Batch are on that planet currently, or they were at one of the episodes of last season. So it's going to tie into live action somehow, whether it's through that main character or other Inquisitors and baddies. We'll see. I don't know all the video game knowledge. Yes, France won. So is it France and Morocco in the World Cup final? Is it something like that?
Yes, France.
Oh, man. So that's the first time any African nation has been in the World Cup final, I believe.
So I think it's Argentina and...
Oh, there's 4 left now, right?
I think it's Argentina play Korea and Morocco plays France. So it'll be interesting to see.
Very cool, man. Morocco is... I saw some pictures today, and a couple of people shared some team photos and stuff. They praised the Allah, like Allah Akbar. Like, that's their... And I didn't know that. I thought it was African people, like dark-skinned black people. But no, they look to be more Arab or West Indian. Is that... I don't know. I thought all African countries were more dark-skinned people. They look very brown-skinned and Middle Eastern type people, and that's kind of surprised me. But I guess the only rules are that you're born in the country, isn't it? Like, it could be all white people if they're born there on their team. I think that's how it works in Canada.
I've just noticed Jonathan's Redmond comment.
I agree. Like, Boba Fett filmed a lot outside, but it just seemed like they hired a couple of less lighting and camera guys that day, and they're like, oh, we can still do it. No one will notice. But yeah, the budget on the Willow show and the Andor show. The Andor show, I'm sure, cost more than every other show they made combined. It looked that way to me.
Yeah.
They were hover rounds. They're pretty cool. I can't believe I haven't seen any 3D printed customs or...
Yeah, why? Yeah.
Let's do it, man. Let's make one. Oh, I thought it ended up being a woman that came out of that bacta tank. Interesting. The graphics look phenomenal. Like, way from when I first started playing video games. Pong. Like, green and black colors is all you got. And same when I started working on Apple computers, it was just like DOS mode, like just black with some green text. Everything was green. Arabic country. That's a word I'm looking for. Yeah, I think they'll get better once they find a proper desert. Like I'm assuming they probably wanted to film some more of Book of Boba Fett, not on a closed set, but I think it was filmed partially during the lockdown and stuff, right? So maybe they even wanted to take some of that to Pinewood Studios in the UK, but I think Book of Boba Fett, if I'm not wrong, was all made in California. I think Ahsoka show right now is actually filmed in California and in the UK studios. And same with Andor. I think Andor was made exclusively in the UK studios. So that I know there, it seems like that, of course, it costs more to film over there, I guess. But that's where all those people with experience working on Star Wars are, right? Like, what I think, I could be wrong. Yeah, do it, Mark. We'll wait. No, we won't wait. Okay, so I know that those crazy monkey lizard men are streaming this afternoon. I don't know what the dude rules are or what the burn man.
That's only a half hour.
Be prepared to pull out your hair in agony as Vern and dude argue about the third column on the spreadsheet. Yeah, badass. What's the coolest figure I opened today? Oh man, I'm kind of liking friggin' Dan. Dan
is freaking awesome.
Beep 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 beep. There should be a button in the back. It plays a song. Play that song again.
Terrax is awesome.
Look at that really axe.
Cool. Yeah.
Oh, did you see this axe that came with my buddy Jay's freaking? Oh, it's my other account. He sent me a picture of these Mythic Legions he got.
Oh yeah, that was great.
One axe is looks like it's for like a 12-inch figure. I'm like, what the hell? Life-size human skulls on it. I'm like, Jesus. Yeah, Tunisia. Like, I think there's wars there now. I don't think you can just go there now. I think it's like, yeah, I think there's people with AK-47s walking around that country. So,
but they could go to the desert where they, here in the United States where they filmed the blowing up of the Sarlacc, the Sarlacc pit and the blowing up of the sail barge. Like they could go to that desert. I mean,
and the redwood forests of Endor. That's California, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a cool set, Mark. Because Mark's not in the damn green room. He didn't get my link, but yeah, you were always welcome as well to join us on these episodes, Mark. But I know you're watching the women's soccer semifinals. But yeah, John, you got any big events coming up in the next 7 days you want to promote? Or
there's a lot of videos I'm still working on, so yeah, it's
vintage toy videos or that.
Well, I've got the
app that we just.
I've got the I've got the affordable Transformers I'm still working on, and a Saber stand video, and I got there's a couple things going on, but
yeah, did you see the Mythic Legion Santa they revealed?
Yeah,
it's all people already got it. Like they shipped it like the same day, and then I saw another one. They did the Christmas Krampus Halloween creature guy, which is another badass looking creature. But then I saw another one yesterday, a figure, I don't know, it's figure company or toy company. It's just called the Mall Santa. And it's just like a guy who looks more like me, a little more grumpier looking guy. And I'm like, oh my God, man, there's like all these different Santa figures out now. Like, who would have thought? But yeah, I think I know several people that purchased and already got that Santa figure. It's amazing. It comes with some cool accessories too. And
I would love to get one of those.
He's just a big, thick white dude. Like, so you can have some cool custom action figures out of that guy.
I would love to have one of those Mystic Legion figures, but they're expensive over here. Like,
yeah,
they're expensive everywhere.
Yeah,
they're like $40 US to start, and then they sell out, and then they have a big aftermarket a secondhand market kind of thing but then they'll come out and they'll do, we got army builders, and they'll have 10 old figures on their website for $25, and then they sell hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of them. So they're pretty good that way. For a smaller toy company, they make quality product, and it's spreading and it's growing. Like, I see more and more people getting into them as they start appearing in your private comic stores, because I don't think they're in like Targets or Walmarts or any of that stuff in the US. I know they're not here, and they're not at Toys R Us, because they'd be $890 if they're at Toys R Us. But yeah, they're, I guess, maybe private toy stores in Europe as well, and I would guess, like, I don't think any of those, like the Entertainer, is that a retail store or is that an online store?
Retail store.
What's the one I always hear about? Star Action Figure, the big one?
That's an online store.
So it's like Entertainment Earth for the UK? Okay. Because they get everything. Like, everything that is exclusive to, Target or Toys R Us or whatever, they get it. We don't have such luck in Canada, but...
It's like we have a shop over here. It's tried the Entertainer or the toy store. And they do get a lot of like the American exclusives in, but you've got to be lucky.
There's a couple of Legions I want. They got a big, I guess they're orcs, big green guys that are cool green color. Like John likes green because of Yoda. I like green because of Hulk. So these guys fit right in the middle. It's like Yoda and Hulk made a baby, and it's this Mythic Legion orc. And then they got red ones, and the red ones look badass too. Like, they're just the quality of the phenomenal.
I think it's a forest troll or something, but this thing's huge, man. And
my buddy got all the big trolls. They're like,
this guy is like fucking. He must be at least 14 inches, man. But he goes for about £600 now.
Yeah, over the next month or so, I'll try and get my buddy Jay on and show off his Legions, man, because I think he's got like 100 of them, man. They're just.
We had the guy on.
I just want to go over and play with his toys.
We had the guy on the live stream last year, Rick, and he is a massive Mystic Legions. His whole collection is all Mystic Legions, man, and the things that he's got. Oh.
Yeah, there's a couple of YouTube guys and Instagram guys I follow now who are strictly Mythic Legions. Like, they don't dip into Star Wars or Marvel. They're just all Mythic Legions all the time, and they're all bald with big beards down here. Like, they all look like all the characters like me, and it's cool, man. I appreciate them, and I know they're quality toys. Like, after just over the past year or two, they've kind of been introduced to me as I've seen them at toy shows, and I've seen them, in the car with my buddy Jay as he shows them to me, and I'm like, oh my God, this is glorious. Like, I want one.
I want the He-Man inspired ones, but getting them over here in the UK, man, they're about £100 each.
Bulletproof villain, okay. What about you, Baz? You got any streams going on this weekend, or anything you want?
The next one will be Thursday, so we'll have Sai on. We've got Scuba coming on, and I believe we have extra people coming on, but I need to confirm that before I mention anything.
Is that this weekend?
That'll be this Thursday coming. It'll be the 15th.
On Thursday, okay. So if you're not already subscribed to Darth Lycan's channel and to Super Awesome Geek Show's channel, I'm pretty sure most of the people who are chatting in the chat are, but to the other 500 people lurking, I know who you are, lurkers. I know Gina Crano, you're watching. I know you are. You're crushing on me as much as I'm crushing on you, right? So yeah, that's we'll bring it down to a slow little thing. But if you missed it earlier, I'm now shipping the Enamelian Falcon.
The Enamelian Falcon.
Sound effects not included. You have to do your own sound effects. But yeah, badass. Collect them all. And currently $6 each. Little man, put that in my hand. We got my vintage unpainted R2 and C3PO hard enamel pins. These are pretty badass. These are $6. Yeah, get them all you can. And my one last, this is what I do. I'm here to promote stuff. If you guys got stuff to promote, I will promote it. I gotta use my other cameras covered in iced tea. So yeah, red snag and blue snag.
Covered in iced tea.
It is, man. My floor is all fucked up now, and I'm gonna have to deal with that. Oh no, my phone is okay. But yeah, thank you to my two honorable guests today, and to everyone who showed up in the chat. I don't think I missed anyone.
Well, and Brad. I mean, he was here for a while.
Yeah, thanks, Duffman. Was late coming in. Darth Muzza late coming in, but hey, man, people got stuff to do, right? So thanks everybody for coming in. We'll leave on. Come on, we gotta play this again.
Left coast is the best coast.
And I'm sad. Tom Green went to the frickin' barber yesterday.
Left coast.
Shaved off his beard, and all of his long locks are all gone. And I told him, I go, you're old and they won't grow back now, right? Like
you're old and they won't grow.
Tom's handsome again. He doesn't look like a rugged, tough man anymore. But thanks everyone for coming by. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and go Canada, go!
New from Left Coast Graphics, the Enamelian Falcon spaceship pin. Collect them all.
The name is Mr. T. First name is Mr. Middle name is that period. Last name is T. Listen and listen good. I'm talking to you. When a new kid moves in on your block, what's your attitude? Do you figure, what do we need him for? Well, I pity the fool that makes that mistake. You want to know why? Then watch what happened in San Francisco when a new member